Oh,
I was scrolling so fast.
You're
trying to find
panicking.
that.
Okay, we're back, baby.
We're back.
Hi
We did it.
everyone. How are you doing? Everyone good? Everyone good?
What if
It's
we're
been a
great?
while. Look, we've traded.
That's illegal.
We've traded
I'm
out Orb for Roju.
Sorry, guys.
No.
We
We
sent
had-
Orb overseas just for a couple weeks.
In a barrel.
Oh yeah.
It'll be my turn soon.
Okay. No, I
Might
was
be
gonna
going
say
down a
that
waterfall.
the nefarious contract we signed to have Orb does constitute that certain Sundays of the year, he is actually supposed to spend time with his wife. And today is such a Sunday
It is.
because
I
in
mean,
Australia land it's Mother's Day.
It is.
It is.
It is. It is.
It is.
That's true
It
fact.
is.
So he has the day off, and it just happened to coincide with the return of Roju, I
Hmm.
guess.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Nothing else happened here. We promise.
Nothing else.
Nothing
Speaking of names, welcome everyone. We are the Natural 30s. I am Josie Poser, the dungeon mistress of this game, and I'm here with friends old and new, with
I'm
faces old and new.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we're
Okay.
just
Wow.
gonna...
Which one of us is old and which one of us is new, Josie? Do you
Pretty
wanna?
sure I can see a new grey hair in the camera.
Yeah, I
That's-
don't- I-
what's going on there?
Hmm.
You know what? Here's a trick. I say these things, but I don't give any specifics, so they can choose how to take it.
Hmm.
It's up to
I'm
them.
old. I'm ancient, so it's fair enough.
Okay. See, Cuddly has made her choice.
I've made my choice.
No, but sitting alone today, who do we have?
It's me! I'm alone today! But I've never felt more connected to everybody here.
You got so
No.
much
Wow.
arm space. You could just swing around.
Oh, where'd my arms go? No, it's okay. It's all right. Wait, hang on. I didn't actually see if I. Hang on, let me. Hang on. Yeah, no, my arms did get cut off. Good. Okay, the joke worked.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
Ozzy
yeah.
Defro. And I play Tinker Slobber Snout, the party's lovable pet kobold, who's not actually their pet. He's actually their leader. But they don't know that. Don't tell them.
He's in charge.
Hmm.
Oh, he's an artificer as well. He spits acid.
I mean, to be fair, he saved them from bad times when
He
they
was
got
a
caught by the
captain.
customs.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
That's
God.
everyone. Calm down.
They
Don't
can't
be nice
come.
to us.
It literally says
I mean, keep
hype
going.
in big bold letters across the chat.
I guess keep going, but I know what time of the month it is.
Only
People-
hype.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you.
everyone, so much for all of those gifted subs and resubs and bits and whatnot.
You're all
and
in
who's
trouble.
bits. No, this just means that so many more people will be able to join the next one shot, which has
True.
yet to be decided upon which date. But now you're all ready for when it happens. Everyone's good to go.
Aaron is
Oh my
Speaking
God.
of good to go, Cuddly Raptor.
Oh, hi. That's me. Hi, I'm
Yes.
Cuddly Raptor. I'm quite old. But I'm hanging out with these young
But it is by
whippersnappers.
choice.
It is by choice. I've chosen to be old. I'm hanging out with the whippersnappers to play some D&D. Last time on... Oh god, I almost said Dramonia. No, someone take this away from me. I play Mirelle. She's not in Dramonia. She's in Sammantis. She's our lovable fish sorcerer, I guess. Sorry, if you weren't here last time, check the art. You'll be fine.
She's our fish sauce.
She's our fish source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's also the source of fish.
Yeah, so
Or
it works both
Oh, holy
ways.
moly.
Yeah, and she's still not got a last name, as far as we know. And she's got a pet octopus. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh shit, that was so good. But now we're gonna spend most of our time today. I know we have about 3 hours left, but I'm assuming most of that time is gonna go towards Roju. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and then give us the play-by-play of what you did for a month.
Oh my god. That'll just take up the entire stream.
That's the point.
No, I want to play D&D, damn it. Well, anyway, hi, I'm Roju. You might know me as Participation Award in chat. Here I play Forrest Barkley, Goliath Paladin, and who's been doing a bit of a on-foot run away from the party for I guess only a couple of sessions.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be more.
Isn't that always the way with D&D? We thought we would get further in the plot. We thought we would do this.
We thought we'd lose morale for a whole week.
No.
Several hours later.
If I've learned anything of my years of DMing, it's sure the BBEG is scheduling, but the first general of the BBEG is for sure tempo and pacing. You can't control it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't control it.
No.
Understandable.
But how are we doing? Did you have fun though, Roju?
I did. It was a good time.
Did you eat lots of tasty things?
Yeah, we ate heaps of tasty things. As most of you probably already know, I am vegetarian, so it was difficult to find places in Japan for that. But the places that we did find, and there were plenty of them around, so good. Freaking amazing ramen that we had, and I had some amazing tempura meals, and I had the best honey plum wine of my goddamn life.
Ooh.
And you brought some back to share, which is amazing. Thank you so much.
And you sent me a bottle, and I'm just waiting for it to arrive.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have actually had plum wine once.
It's very good.
But I got it in a gift store bottle that said "drink for good sex."
Was it accurate?
I don't know.
I was keep surprised.
I was single when I had it.
Roju, who did you miss the most? Do you guys hear a bus?
What do you mean a bus? This is the bus station. This is the whole coach stop. Every bus comes through here.
I think I hear a train as well.
Then,
yeah, but Roger has to pick which one to get on now.
Yeah. God. But actually, yeah, there's so many when you spend a whole month in a foreign place going to all these different places, there's so many things that you sort of just don't know where to just, tell a short story from. So if anyone wants to ask me about anything specifically, feel free to, but otherwise I just don't know where to begin.
Pretty cool though.
It sounds like you had a good time. I was gonna ask, because you're vegetarian, I guess it's also up to a preference thing, but tofu? Is that something you eat?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because they probably had a bunch of variations and seasonings.
Yeah,
cooking style.
There's way more ways that you can do tofu than I expected, and I already knew quite a number of ways. So there was there was a lot more of interesting stuff on that front too. Yeah. Very good.
Also, all the noodles you could ever imagine.
Actually, here's one small interesting fact I can share with you about Japan.
Oh, go ahead.
They're terrible at pizza, but they can absolutely do pasta.
Valid.
And just to clarify, we did have some good pizza there. But it's because their Italian restaurant game is actually really strong. But don't go to any places that are pizza places specifically. Like Pizza Hut in Japan is an atrocity, an absolute atrocity, an affront to God.
Okay, right. I see how it is.
Noted.
You know what? I'm going to be there later in the year. I'm going to go to a Pizza Hut to confirm this.
Oh my God! Just so you know what you're getting in
science.
For. We need science. We need.
And it's crazy expensive. But anyway, the Italian restaurants we went to were some of the best Italian I've had, period. Their pasta game, and I expect it's because of their expertise when it comes to noodles, but their pasta game was so on point. We had some of the best pasta we've ever had. Which is, not what you expect going to Japan to, as a food experience, to come away with that was the best Italian food we've had. But yeah, that was an interesting, unexpected food thing. 10 out of 10 pasta.
I like
10 out of
that.
10. No need to go to Italy anymore.
Nah. Forget it.
But where we do need to go, do we need to go to our awesome little intro?
I like
Where we're
you.
going?
Shit.
I
was
like
also
the
gonna
segue
say,
in there. Yeah.
yes, such a nice segue. Also, because we have Roju back,
Huh.
and this is no. Ozzy did a great job running the stream while Roju were away. Was
I
away.
know.
It all went
But-
wrong.
Your bus.
That
No,
seemed fun.
no, this is not a buzz. This is just I want to show appreciation because with Roju back, we also have Roju's ass back. So
Are we ever gonna tell
Yes,
the people
we
what that
do.
stands for? Or are we just gonna let them?
No,
No.
no. There's
Okay,
just know everyone. in
We have Roju's
chat,
ass.
Everyone who's listening to the podcast, we have Roju's ass, and it is very, very helpful in making sure that the
It's
stream
true.
runs smoothly.
Mhm.
Roju's ass does not work in my software, so
yeah, we tried to put
I've
Roju's
tried
ass in
so
Ozzy's
many
computer.
ways, so many ways, but the ass just does not work. It doesn't fit the mechanics of what
It
I've
doesn't
got going.
fit. Okay.
It doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit.
No, that's
So-
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, software.
Well,
problems.
Without further ado, Roju, roll the clip. Did you see that? What was that? I've got no clue. These were all comments by people traveling across the Amberlands in the past few days when they saw what can only be described as a runt and an emberkin riding on top of a very strange looking bear.
The bear come from?
Where did you guys get a
Where did the bear come from?
we have a pet?
Last
Little bit.
time on the Quintessence, a
Did I
Sammantis
not
Chronicle.
bet?
Traveling aboard Hold Eater, approaching the city of Veldale. Truths were once again revealed among the party. Mirelle showed that the look she had donned was not her true look, and that she had merely copied the Mirelle that they saw in Hague. And instead, she showed her true face as an Auroran Wavekin. And in part of trying to pull a prank, Trish decided to mimic the guys, and the both of them stepped out and spooked Tinker, who almost blasted them to smithereens because, from his point of view, this could be the Traceless. Who knows? He still has no idea what the Traceless actually looks like because they are Traceless.
Yeah, no one knows.
Yeah.
But he quickly figured out that one of them was Trish because of the sudden migraine that he experienced. So it was revealed that Mirelle's true face is... sorry, my chair is broken. Uh, her true face is my broken chair.
Amazing.
Her true face is very different, and she is not in fact Lunarkin. Proving why the sleep spell did affect her the other day. But as some questions were answered, secrets were revealed, Tinker too decided to finally tell everyone about his deepest, darkest secret, and to relay the truth he had been hiding all along, skirting around. The toupee he was wearing was in fact not even a toupee, not even his own hair. It was simply a dead squirrel he glued to his head.
Yep.
Is it at least like taxidermy?
Nope.
No.
No.
It's just slowly rotting up there.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's special glue though. It kind of
You
slows
need
down.
some preserving
Is it
fluid or
acid
something.
glue?
No, no.
No.
The reason why it was slipping more often was because of the rain and because the glue was definitely not at all being sloughed away by the rotting flesh of said squirrel. But he proved himself to be without hair.
It's okay.
Shooketh. That's the biggest
So
reveal.
shooketh.
Mm.
And as evening came, they approached finally Beldale, where a lighthouse stood dark, until their approach, and the ship was boarded and searched by a group calling themselves the Wings of Requol, where one general stepped aboard with a couple of guards, all of them plumekin. They searched the ship, and they had questions about someone hiding in the captain's quarters and the locked door to the engine room. Regarding someone hiding in the captain's quarters, the second sweep showed no traces of anyone being there, and so the general in question simply moved on to the next issue. But quick-thinking Tinker managed to pull a fast one and simply told them that that was his laboratory where all the dangerous items were being kept. And they figured that just tracks. But the group was forced to pay a toll to cross because the bridge that goes above the river, though it can be opened, doing so, they simply wanted a tithe for it. The group chose to pay immediately rather than wait for dawn. And so they slowly, carefully passed through the river, through Beldale, where they spotted the refugees from Hague a few weeks back were being kept separate from the city itself. A barricade and guards keeping them out of the city's main areas. As light kept disappearing, the lights of the city, the light of the sun, as a darkened sky was all they had before them, and Mirel was in the water helping guide Hold Eater through the narrow river. Tinker and Trish spotted something just off the riverbank outside the city. Where a group of people were in the process of building a makeshift structure around the crystallized bodies of a child watching the night sky and a mother crawling on all fours through the underbrush towards the child. But that is not where we're going to pick up today. Instead, we're going to pick up far, far away near the foot of the High Ore Mountains, where on this day, now the 17th of Gavintel, in a very makeshift camp, one forest awakes, nuzzled close to his hairy new companion, and not far away, Vanya Fuela, the former Prime Minister of Hague, and the headmaster of the College of Architecture. No, not architecture, I'm sorry. Robotics and engineering. Gotta keep track of my own lore. where you are all waking up. And I would like the first roll of today to be, Roju, can you roll me a d10 for weather?
I can, and it is a 7.
A 7. As you wake up, you hear constant, heavy rain and thunder.
Oh, man.
It's not as bad as it was a few days ago. You could probably travel through this. While you hear the cracks of lightning and thunder, they are far enough away that you don't risk being struck yourselves. Most of the bolts hit the higher grounds and what few trees grow higher up on the mountains. As you stretch out and, I assume, maybe start having breakfast or donning your armor.
Both of those things, I guess. Probably be like strapping on a pauldron and with like one hand and like shoving some rations or something. Or actually no, because we would have been catching stuff along the way, or just like grabbing berries and shit, right?
Actually, roll me a survival check.
I don't need to. I've got a feature for that.
What is this feature?
The Wanderer feature.
And,
I can provide
yeah.
fresh food and water for up to 5 other people every day.
Is that provided the terrain allows for it?
I'll tell you
That's
exactly
just me
what it
asking
says.
for the future.
Yeah, it's I'll just read you the feature. You have an excellent
Okay.
memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth. So as long as there's something to eat around, I can find it.
Yes. I will say it was a bit harsher traveling through the actual like mountain passes. Luckily, water was never a hard to come by commodity.
And those little mountain snowberries. Delicious.
Yeah. But you might just not, being the size that Forrest is,
Oh yeah.
he might have gone not with full belly, just less hungry for the past day or two.
Sorry, I'll eat the
But-
other 5 people's worth.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But having met your new companion on the travel, the speed picked up quite remarkably. And this morning, as you wake up from your little makeshift camp, you found an outcropping of rocks and you put up like a few tarps to create a little bit of cover from the weather. Looking out to the north, though it is murky gray weather, thick clouds and rain, you see vast fields of butterflowers, just rolling hills in yellow as far as the eye can see. Just maybe an hour or so down the foot of the mountain. Smattering of trees here and there, but everything in this very, very sort of pale yellow.
Hey Vanya, look at that. That's pretty weird, isn't it?
Vanya wakes up and looks at you, Forrest, looks out. I don't know if I'd call it weird, I suppose, if you're not local.
What do you mean? They're all the same flower. That's weird.
I'll show you when we get closer, but they're not all the same flower. They just look the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from here
well.
you can't really tell, but they're very different. They
Let's
just
get
all-
going.
All right. She's just like, okay, hold on.
Kind of just
And-
sticks his head out and looks at the sky and like, that's good enough.
And with practiced hands over the past few days, you load up all of your belongings into a neat pile on the ground.
Throws this saddle over the back of Pat and secures it on.
Yeah. While you're doing that, Vanya is closing up the camp, putting everything down, and she's just piling everything on the ground before she gets up, sitting behind you on Pat. And she's sitting almost reverse saddle, and she quickly starts mumbling a few words, doing hand gestures, and the pile of belongings, your backpack, anything you don't want to carry on you, because you tried and Pat got very tired. But soon, almost like a puff of air, and the whole thing just lifts off the ground. And all your belongings are just... And Vanya says, yeah, we're good to go. And she puts her hood up as you're about to enter the ring.
All right, Pat, let's go. Yeah.
Pat starts... It looks like trudging, like someone who has no stress in any bone, any cell of their body. But also someone who doesn't tire and just starts moving and moving and moving. And picks up speed fast as for the last couple of days, Forrest and Vanya have been traveling at faster than Hold Eater.
What? Oh my god.
We've been schmooving.
As Pat's travel speed is in fact 60 feet per round.
Oh,
I'm shooketh.
so jealous.
If you don't
And
give
it's
us
like-
bear lore very soon, I will probably.
Wait,
just
if we
said it
feed
looks
Hold
like a
Eater the
weird
bear, will
bear.
Hold Eater go
No,
faster?
we
It's
cannot
bear-
feed a
It's
bear.
bear adjacent.
Bear adjacent.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It only looks like a bear to someone who doesn't know
Who
what it
doesn't
is.
know what it is. Yeah.
Ah, that's even more mysterious.
It has a more of an angular face, like the snout is the whole face. And stubbier legs.
I just thought
No,
of
like it doesn't have, the brow ridge of a bear. It's like the whole face is
Yeah,
just
it's
one
like the
protrusion.
head is more brick-like, if you will.
Yeah.
You
in
see, you're
its-
on a
in its
Minecraft bear.
profile.
I just imagined,
No.
you know those dogs that have like the long snoot, like the
Oh,
long
yeah.
thin snoot? I just imagined a bear, but with that. And
No, it's
No.
not long and thin. It's
Accurate.
just like the same thickness all the way until the front,
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
stops.
I love that.
And it has little short stubby legs, but they are moving non-stop right now. It's just booking.
Yeah, but it's one of those situations where when someone is looks like they're actively trying to move fast. This creature does not look like it's trying to move fast.
No,
It
they're
just
so
is
chill.
moving fast, but it's just really nonplussed about it. Just
I'm
Yeah,
so
and
intrigued.
it seems unbothered by the weather, just keeps going. I'm gonna ask Forrest.
oh yeah, and it's kind of like he
What-
always seems to be riding with his shield up to kind of like windscreen some of the water off the rain and
Yeah.
the speed.
Yeah, because the cold doesn't bother you, but being wet is definitely an issue. And your cloak, though a very nice cloak, is not as waterproof as Vanya's.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask Forrest, as you've been able to communicate with this creature almost instantly upon meeting each other, what does it sound like?
Oh shit! Putting me on the spot. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because I'm letting you have this one,
Um,
and then I gotta copy it. Remember, so
Yeah,
please spare me.
Be kind.
I see.
Just know that whatever you come up with, eventually it's just gonna be my interpretation of that. Is what we're rolling with.
How are you with an Irish accent?
Oh God, don't. I cannot.
Because it's going to be either Irish or Italian is pretty much the two options.
I can. Here's the thing. I can do a very bad fake Irish.
That's all we really need, right?
Like a, where are we going, Forrest? Which way are we heading? It's a bit more like fake Scottish, I guess.
Well, they're very similar, to be fair.
Or do you want more like, where are we headed? Am I going the right way?
It'd be
Sounds like a sweetheart. This fucking bear. I need bear lore.
Its
I'm trying to.
Its name's Pat. What do you want?
Its name's Pat. Yeah.
At the bear.
Pat.
You
Yeah.
know what it tastes like?
Well, I mean, Pat's
No.
not its full name, but we're
We're
calling him
not
Pat.
eating this bear.
Laura, don't judge me, please.
No, maybe not Irish then. I'll spare you from that if that's the case. Let me come back to me on that one.
I'll come back to you, but it does ask for like where are we going? We heading in the correct direction? Because it's just moving. And you have to ask Vanya, and Vanya has to look around and point and like check maps. Because she knows where you're going. So this is like a full train of communication that needs to be had to keep moving forward. And every now and then, like Vanya would be like once an hour-ish, she'll be like, okay, give me a moment. And Pat sort of comes to a very quick halt. And Vanya takes a moment, breathes, whispers a few words, and looks like all the luggage, almost like it's hit turbulence, starts falling, and then it's caught and moves up into the air again. And every now and then you pass by a road or like a farm, and people just look, and they just see these individuals on a bear-ish just speed by, and just
some kind
a
of
pile of
weird bet.
luggage hovering behind, following after. But I would now like you to roll a d20.
Okay. You. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hopefully that's good.
That means that nothing happens today.
Wow!
Wow.
That's
Wow.
so,
we'll take
that's
that.
so
We'll take that.
exciting. I'm so glad.
That means nothing happens today. No, it's not. The weather does clear up, and you find a beaten path. As you leave the mountains, come into these fields and hilllands, there are more actual roads, even though they are currently muddy. There are grooves from carts, but it just removes having to navigate and prevents any accidents related to wild things. So from here on out to Campbell, it's just a straight shot, and
Heck.
Vanya,
We're on
looking
the
at the
road to
map,
Campbell now.
as you start seeing, you're cresting the top of a hill, and this would be closer to the evening. You're about to look for somewhere to make camp. It's getting darker. In the setting sun light, as the sky breaks just ever so slightly, letting a few beams break through, you're cresting a tall hill, and you see an expanse of water that lights up and shimmers as if the bottom of it is the inside of a massive, pearly, opalescent geode. And it just sparkles beautifully, light reflecting off in full prism colors. As Vanya points out, we've reached the Opal Inlet. If we just follow the coast, we should be in Campbell by tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes,
your part. You've done so well.
and Vanya's just
It's-
like pats, but she's sitting reverse, so she's sort of like patting the top, like the crest of the small of the back of an
The
animal,
butt.
just patting.
Yeah.
Just above the back, like the butt, like just above where the tail is, just starts
Yeah, yeah,
scratching.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, Pat, we couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
Aww.
Aww.
During the same day, far away from Pat, we're gonna hop back to last night. As Hold Eater passes by, and Tinker and Trish, you see this sight of these crystal statues. You see people are building some form of cover You can definitely see small broken fixtures of vases with wildflowers in them. A memorial, almost like a makeshift mausoleum, is being built around this child and mother. As you keep looking, you even see that some of the flowers just around the statues have turned into similar crystal. And you can see a human man is just bawling his eyes out, being held back. You can hear voices going like, "No, don't touch them, not yet, wait till morning." They're just building, and some of them holding torches. They look over at the ship passing by. And they look sad and concerned.
Noting that their concerned looks his way, Tinker sort of, looks around and then looks up the moon and sort of starts shaking his fist at the moon, going, "Damn you, moon!
What?
How can you take more from us?"
Make a persuasion check.
Excellent, let's go. Let's go.
Let's
23.
Okay, let's go.
You see what seems to be... Yeah, you see a couple of people start like spitting in the ground and looking up at the moon, and you see this... You see this man that was clearly related to these individuals who've sadly been turned to crystal. He breaks free, and he stops himself just before the child. Like holding back, like he's reaching out, his hands shaking, but he doesn't dare touch the statue. Instead, he picks up a rock and just throws it as hard as he can towards the night sky.
In solidarity, Tinker takes up his crossbow and fires it directly up at the moon.
Make an attack roll. I'm kidding.
Make an attack roll. The sky breaks. It was hiding all along. You broke the fifth wall.
No!
It's all eyeworms.
Oh no, it's just one giant. The moon is
You
an
wake up.
eyeworm?
It was the Matrix.
I knew it. I am the one.
I know Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu.
Trish just watches this solemnly. Mirelle, where you are still underwater.
I'm still underwater.
Helping, like, move little rocks or, like, give comforting words to Hold Eater, who's definitely trying his best to squeeze through this river, which has been greatly expanded due to the constant rain, but he's still a big boat.
Mm-hmm.
Big boy.
And especially every time the river wants to turn, it becomes a full issue.
Yeah. Look, I do feel she may have heard a very muffled Tinker spitting at the moon. And been like, what is this ruckus? And probably popped her head up, clocked the, the scene before her. And just, it's unfortunate, but she goes back down because there's not much she can do there.
Yeah. As you're popping your head up, looking around, Tinker, you see this family man. He's most likely the parent of the child as well. Looks like he's cut himself on the rock that he threw, and he walks up towards the river to wash his hands.
Don't do that. Okay.
And he sees you, Mirelle. Like, because you're glowing ever so faintly,
no.
even while under the water. And his eyes open wide. But he whispers to you. He leans in. You can see, you've seen this look in people before. Desperation. As he looks at you. And he holds out a bleeding hand. He says, Gavanite Witch, can you save my child?
Fuck!
Don't
Why would you do this to
I will
me?
gladly sell my soul to the Lady of Depths to save her.
Oh no.
Please, I'll do anything.
What if these
I'll
landlubbers
follow
been
you
killing each
into the
other?
deep. I'll give my life for hers.
What do I have? No, Josie, I'm not equipped to heal people. I'm just equipped to drown them.
Maybe that's how you save
Ah.
it. Just.
That's
The music.
why would you do
You can
this
see
to
the
me?
tears mixing with the rain as he looks at you and he says, without him, I don't know what I have.
So he's reaching his hand out at the moment.
Yeah, he's sitting on his knees now on the riverbank, holding like one hand on the very edge, and the other hand that's been like got all of these abrasions and scrapes. Like his blood is slowly dripping into the water, and he's just reaching out, like holding it as far out as he can towards you. The tears are just mixing with the rain and sweat, and he says, I'll happily give my life to the abyssal one if I could just see my child again.
And
Please.
she will reach out to his hand and grasp it and close the fist and just hold it and say, I am so sorry. That is
No.
not how it works.
Please, please, there must be something you can do. Anything. Anything. Don't leave me like this.
I'm gonna. Ah.
You can see this happening from on top of Holger.
Probably.
down?
Well, Mirel is
quite
on
right.
the back of the ship.
Oh,
like
yeah.
behind
Yeah,
the ship.
yeah, it'd be towards the front. So, yeah.
You would have seen this man walk towards
The river, yeah.
the river.
Mm,
So
mm.
if you wanted to, you could follow. Like, you haven't seen him return.
No, Tinker's he's happy that he played his part in this small little sad scene by yelling at the moon, and he's just
He has done his daily act of solidarity.
He has. Because I mean, the only thing he's done to help this crystal situation is get out his cannon, and I don't think that's going to help.
Yeah, I don't reckon it's
Yeah,
gonna
so,
help.
no.
No. Oh, I don't even have that. Okay. Yeah. We're flying on our words for this one.
You do see the other people around are looking in the direction of him, and like they're giving him space, but they might move up to bring him away from the river.
Yeah. She will probably notice this and say, you still have their memories. And if I ever know of a way to fix this, I will be back.
Please. Can you promise me? I will wait as long as it takes if I know it will save them.
I can never promise a cure. But I can do my best.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I love that it's +7.
Ooh,
It's a 23.
Oh.
He nods, and you feel his hand relax. His blood now spilled onto yours. I'm not gonna have you roll a check for this, Mirel. He asked for help. And while you cannot provide him the help that he wants, there is one individual back where you come from that works specifically with these cases.
Okay.
The king of the Free Sedum.
Okay.
While Gavantel governs magic and death, Gavriel, the king, is also known as the father of the lost, the griever, the mourner. His domains are sorrow. He often show himself in dreams and in times of need to people who are suffering because they've lost someone. One of his many ethos is that suffering is for the living, and through suffering we live. But you don't need to suffer alone.
She'll start to release his hands, and then she'll turn back and say, "Give me your name."
My name is Anton.
Anton? All right. I will see what I can do.
Thank you. I will wait for you. Every day I'll come to this river. Every day. Witch of the Deep, I promise I will wait until I can see my child again.
Be well, Anton. And she will slide back under the water and continue on with Old Eater.
And he washes his hand and he stands up.
Oh no.
And he turns around just as his friends are approaching. And they just exchange a few words. And you can hear him sobbing as they lead him away. Maybe one of the others around sees you, Mirel, and you meet your eyes for just a moment. But that person, while cautious, looks to Anton, looks to you, and just a sort of morbid curiosity mixed with not wanting to meddle. As you move, you follow Hold Eater as it continues on through the river. And continues, it does. Eventually you find a point where you get back on the ship because you need your rest. It has been a long day. And then the next morning comes.
So Rohan gets a bear, and I get a knife in my heart. I see how it is.
It's not a bear.
Semantics.
No, it's Sammantis.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm still checking my spells, though. Just, you know.
Checking your spells?
Yeah,
Checking your
yeah,
spells?
yeah. Checking my spells? Checking my spells? Okay.
Anyway, next morning, can I have, Cuddly, you had it rough, so let's have, Aussie, can you roll a d10 for weather, would you kindly?
Yeah, I can roll a d10 for weather and doom us all. Not a problem.
Oh, please. I would love that.
Do it,
Yeah.
do it. Do it, you coward.
Remember, the more rain, the better Hold Eater gets to this river, you know?
5. Smack bang down the
Actually,
middle.
this is perfect.
Uh-oh.
Because this a number 5 in this table specifically reads, the buildup of heavy downpours causes ditches to overflow and floodplains to start filling. And I will say that also makes the river fill up.
Yes!
Yeah!
Nailed
Let's
it.
go!
Absolutely.
So it does still rain, but I will say that you get to travel full speed through the river.
Nice.
Amazing. Also, I definitely was gutted and shattered by emotional river talk, but
damage.
I think Mirelle would have probably gathered her thoughts and sent Forrest a message of where they were at the very, very end of the
That's
table.
also-
I actually
before she
finally got a
left.
message.
You got a message
Yeah, no,
before I just
we have to actually go back because I wrote you that he did get a message the morning of the previous day.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
what was the message?
I can't remember what I said, man.
I wrote it down and I sent it to
I
you.
did
Roger.
watch it like in the wee hours of this
I
morning.
also did send it to you in text.
Yeah, it was very
But we
short.
typed a lot. Never mind. I have it written down though.
It was essentially just boiled down to like, hey,
Good
Forrest,
morning.
we're
We're one
here.
day away from Veldale.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning. We're one day away from Veldale. Stay safe. Was the entire message.
Yes. It would be very similar, like, we are heading up the river. I don't know that she would know an exact... She might estimate a time, like we will be at Amber Lake in tomorrow or something like that. Maybe not tomorrow.
Actually, because you get to move at full speed, I will say you get to the Amber Lake just a few hours before nightfall.
Huzzah!
And you start
Alright.
moving into the Amber Lake itself.
Wonderful. Well, the message shall reflect that. And also, obviously, keep saying, stay safe.
Tracy, how... Well, hey, Vanya, how...
Yeah, it's very wibbly wobbly with having two separate traveling parties right now.
how far away are we right now, do you reckon? You said about a couple of days or something.
Actually, this day, Vanya would say, depending on how well it goes, I'd say 2 or 3 days till Campbell, thanks to Pat.
Oh, good boy, Pat.
Yeah, and there's like visibly no change, but in your head you hear Pat like definitely very happy. Like, I'm
Very
good.
pleased.
I did good.
Alright, I'll see if I can let Morel know. I just got a message.
Yeah, so you're literally having a stick that you have to hold like a microphone. Yes.
That's right. He put that in his mouth.
Morel. I think we're about 3 days or so to Campbell. So we're doing good, I think. That helped a lot. We're safe. How about you? This is Forrest. Hopefully that worked.
So every message that I've received has just been inexplicably muffled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
amazing.
something about a hat. Hat is helping. Like that's
Yeah.
Just about a
Do we
hat.
get a backlog of messages from a couple days
No.
ago, or was it just okay?
Those were. I mean, does Forrest want to have left messages on their answering machine?
Do they have an answering machine for me to leave messages on?
I don't know.
I'd say I'd allow it for the stick system.
Alright. That'd be...
Mirel was supposed to call you every day, but it took 3 days before you got a message.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Alright, because it was on the third day there was a message, right? So there's...
Yeah.
So there'd be 2 days that I didn't hear anything from. So it'd be like, is this working? Morel, if you can hear me, let me know. This is Forrest Barclay. Let me know how you're doing. We're fine. I found this weird thing, but I didn't have anything to put it on, so we'll figure it out, I think. Okay, bye. Well, that's the first day.
Why does he sound like it's got it in his mouth?
I don't know. Maybe you showed him how to use it incorrectly.
I didn't know.
There's nothing wrong with my sticks.
Vanya is not correcting him. She thinks this is hilarious.
The second message was, "Hello, Morel.
Still muffled.
I think you can probably get this, hopefully, but I haven't heard from you, so maybe you're not getting the message. But
Oh, Morel, how could you?
in case you are getting this, we're going a wee bit faster than expected because we found Pat.
Oh, tat. What is a tat?
I think he said cat.
Which is pretty convenient considering I just found this thing to put on him for riding. So
What does that mean? Oh,
it's
For riding? A saddle?
anyway, he's
Who
a
is
good
that?
boy. I think you'll like him
He's
when
a
you
good
meet
boy.
him. Vanya's okay, but very wet. Bye.
I just want everyone to know when me and Rodi talked a few days ago about what Forrest would have been doing. The first random thing he rolled just dictated everything from then on out.
he found a pat.
No, that was the second day.
Oh, that was the second thing. Okay, amazing.
But the first day he found the thing that needed a pat.
Ah. I was
We'll
wondering where this saddle
Forrest,
came.
I'm sure Forrest will explain later.
Will he
Yeah,
though?
I'm sure when you get to actually talk to him.
Yeah. In that case, you know what? Because I would have gotten his last messages. Whoa, so many glasses.
Don't spit your
Mirel
wine on
probably would have like started off with, "Yes, sorry, we got your messages. It has been busy. This is where we are." And who is Pat? She'll throw that on the end. There. That'll be her her most recent message. Who is Pat?
Well, you probably get a response straight away for that one. On
Oh
the day.
yeah.
Oh, good, you were getting good. Pat's my new friend.
He's already replacing us.
He's a good boy. His name's not actually Pat. It's Patati. I have trouble saying it, so when I see you, I'll explain.
This is very mysterious.
It's like Patatini, I think.
Patatini, what kind of name is that?
I don't know what
Anyway.
sounds foreign.
He's a good boy. He's very fast.
He said he's a
So-
good boy twice.
That makes me think that it might not be a good boy. Remember how Forrest thinks about sticks.
It's really wet today. All right, bye.
I'm still concerned about what this...
Yeah, knowing that she's already used up her message and just going, I have to wait until tomorrow. There's nothing else I can do.
You just gotta live with that information.
I have
printed
more
today.
questions than I can fit in 25 words.
I have more questions than can even fit in a single. Yeah, more questions than when we started. That's
More
for sure.
questions than you can shake a stick at.
Oh. Yeah, also, Tinker, if you're keeping track of your ammunition, remember you fired one.
Yeah.
At the moon, though, so it's
There's a
okay.
At the
big
moon.
chorus,
Totally worth it.
Yeah,
No,
worth
100%.
it.
Worth it.
The
Not
moon deserved
me
it.
Checking that I only have a few crossbow bolts left.
Oh, and the one that you fired at Trish.
Oh, surely we retrieved that one. Or did it go overboard?
I mean, it's hard. You can't really control
Retrieve it from
power
the
with a
sea.
crossbow. It only has one setting.
And I did fire at the bloody the thing that attacked us, the wyvern, the other day. No,
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
God,
miss,
is
though?
this- Have you been keeping track at all?
I am now.
So you can just hit with the crossbow. That's good. That's good
That's
too.
fine.
Crossbow is a melee
It makes you
weapon.
feel any
Wait,
better.
no,
I
hang on.
literally have one javelin left, so
I'm not. Hold on.
It makes you feel any better. I didn't remember you had javelins. So- Only when you pull them out do I actually, clock this.
It was the loading property, not the ammunition property. Fuck.
Mm.
Alright,
Oh, that would be wild.
that would be wild.
Is there anything specific that Tinker and Mirelle want to do during the day?
Yes, but I actually might change it to the night before she goes to bed. She's a busy lady, all right?
Okay. Tinker? You up to
Nah.
anything more than usual?
He's good. He would spend all day just trying to figure out what a patatini is.
Okay. I'd say make a nature check or a culture check.
All right. Nature or culture? We'll go culture.
Okay.
And Tinker knows instantly what a patatini is with a natural 20.
Oh,
Sorry, I ruined the surprise.
No. Let's see. Yeah, you look through it and you find in your notes, I'll say natural 20 gets you a something here, because this is going to be a tough check anyway.
Yeah,
the closest you get
Yep.
is that in your notes about how to write and read, like Emberkin language, there's a similar word that's called patatino.
Patatino.
oh.
Yeah, and it
Right.
roughly would translate to small potato.
That's so helpful.
Discovering this, Tinker would burst into Morel's room going,
What?
I figured it out! I got it! I just
Oh god!
He's so excited, he's gone.
my battery! What the?
I just no. The timing was perfect.
No! You don't understand! This battery's on and plugged in, yet the camera wasn't taking from it. What the-
Ghosts.
No.
Right,
Someone
well,
please click that. He was so excited he died. Tinker hyperventilates and faints.
Over a potato, no less.
what is going I'm so sorry, Roju. Yeah, I can't get this back for like 5 minutes. You won't get me for 5 minutes.
But we'll
Okay,
hear
well,
you.
then let's go on an early
Great.
break.
No, but I've got it!
Tell me what it is. I'll ask Morel. She's listening.
No, it's alright. Maybe it's best we do go on the road.
Yeah, let's go on an early break to
Yep.
fix the camera. The Tinker broke.
I think it's too hard.
And we'll be back here
Burst through the door
when
and
we
then
have
face plants.
when we have Ozzy back.
Who casts sleep?
It was definitely Trish.
It was definitely Trish.
It's always Trish.
Like, I don't think anyone else has sleep.
No, but now I'm thinking of
Prepare.
getting it just to blame
Just for
things.
payback.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. But everyone, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Refill your drinks, go to the bathroom, do the things. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
How you all doing? We're back. Sorry it took a little bit longer because we had a good time just talking.
No tech
I won't
issues.
even
First,
apologize.
You could have
about
just
that.
blamed
We had
me.
fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, camera issues. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Damn it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Dang nabbit.
Mm.
No. But welcome back, everyone. We are Natural 30s. I'm Joseph Oser, the Dungeon Mistress of this campaign, the Quintessence of Sammantis Chronicle. And I've got 3 of my 4 usual friends, and none of my unusual friends.
I don't know, we're pretty unusual.
Yeah.
We have Ozzy Devfro playing Tinker's Slobbersnout. We've got Cuddly Raptor playing Mirelle, no last name is for nerds. And we've got Roju from Participation Award playing Forrest Barkley. While we come back in, Tinker has just made a linguistic discovery
Amazing.
that what he heard as patatini may have referred to the expression patatino, which could potentially be primordial for small potato. And he's just bust into Mirelle's room.
Oh, So
Boom,
he,
pushes in the doors.
Morale!
yes, what?
I figured it out. I figured it was honestly so simple once I thought about it. I can't believe I didn't see it earlier. It's incredible. It's fantastic.
What is it?
Pat. I figured out what pat is.
And?
It's a little potato.
And Mirel, knowing Primordial, would definitely know that patatino means small potato.
Yeah. So she knows what he's done, and she kind of leans over, like eye level, takes him by the shoulders, and goes, "I know what it means. What is pat?"
Well, you're close, right?
Yeah, oh, very close. The forest is not riding a potato.
But he said he found something to put on something to ride something. So what if? Now hear me out. What if it's a potato saddle? Specifically to ride little potatoes. What if it's a saddle that when you sit on it, you shrink? And Forrest is literally riding a little potato.
How does the potato move?
Well, it's obvious. Oh, well, it could.
No, it's completely plausible. I think maybe even 2 small potatoes would do the trick to get them to
Get 2
Campbell on
small
time.
potatoes, and then you put sticks in them. You could probably make them walk in some way, shape, or form. You know what? I'm gonna figure this out. Do we have any potatoes on board?
No,
Well,
we have fish.
well, you know what? I can make it. Just give me a couple of fish. I'll mash them together into a potato-like shape, and then I'll work it out. But I'm telling you, Morel, Forrest is on a little potato.
All right. I appreciate your research.
Right, now I better go put Trisha's books back, because I actually found it in one of her books, so I'm just gonna go nip back in there and reorganize it. And, just, clean up after myself. It's the right thing to do, honestly. Yes.
God. People who go into other people's kitchens and put, like, cutlery
Oh my god, Tinker's that
the
person.
way they would do it, and
Tinker
says
is that
it's better
person.
this way.
Totally out of order. I mean, who reads alphabetically? That's ridiculous. You go in a... Oh my gosh.
Joke's on you. They're all organized by author, and it's all Billy Bob.
It's all Billy Bob.
Every single one is Billy Bob. It's true.
It's all Billy Bob.
Did you bring those books into my cabin, and were any of them the ones that Tinker previously shat in?
Yeah, he actually brought a few books in with him. The first one, it was a linguistics, right? It was primordial linguistics, right? So that book makes sense.
Yeah.
The second one was 101 Ways to Cook Potatoes. Yep.
Concerning, but okay.
Yep. So the page that is marked is one where it specifically talks about baking them, boiling them, and possibly putting them in a little stew, right?
Right.
And then the third book that he brought with him was it's a children's like sort of nursery rhyme book. It doesn't know why Trish had it, but it's I'm a Little Potato, Short and Stout. Is the main title of the book.
Okay, yeah, the title. And Mirel does, I think, notice the potato theme going on, and she doesn't. She just goes, you know what? Yeah, sure.
Enjoy your potatoes, man.
Enjoy your potatoes, man. Like, you're obviously excited about this. We're just here to support you, really. Yeah. I believe Trish in chat is asking if you marked any of the books, but I don't think that's for me to know.
Shat in one.
That's right. We're gonna keep rolling to figure out which one it is.
He left a little potato of his own.
I hate that so much.
It's gonna be like several months down the line. Joyce is gonna roll a D20 or something, and it's gonna roll the one. It's like, yeah, you find the book.
You find the
forget
poop
about
book.
it.
Poo book.
Oh,
All right. Well, as long as none of the books are leaving a stench in the room, I think
No,
that's pretty fair.
these
Yeah.
books are fine.
She will note with kind of furrowed brows the cooking the potato thing and say nothing, because she's not nosy like that. So you do what you want to do.
Is there anything particular the two of you want to do today besides talking about potatoes?
Yes.
Okay.
But it
Go
was
ahead.
supposed to be last night, so
Okay,
let's
last
pretend.
night. Then last
did
night.
that.
Last night behind us. Last night.
Yeah, the same night that she talked to Anton.
Yes. Go ahead.
So Josie, you know how much I love just trying to do things, and then you just tell me what to roll for them, and if it's gonna work at all. Yeah. Amazing. Cool. Yeah. So, I distinctly remember ages ago, on the first day of Gaventel, when Morel received a message from the ocean telling her that her grandmother had gone missing. Now, I would argue that Morel probably doesn't know how to do that, but she would love to try and emulate it. And, knowing that she is in a river that connects to an ocean, that connects to another ocean, that her, the kingdom. So I'd like to try and telepathically connect to King Gabriel.
Okay, so you want to pull a Trish.
I want to pull a Trish. I think it'll go better.
Wait, are you finally getting my mattress?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
absolutely.
say one of the features you unlocked when you hit level 6 does something similar. So I will say if you use that, I'll allow you to send a message to King Gabriel.
Amazing. Is it the... Oh my god. Hold on, I have it. I have
It
one
is
of
the
them in here.
second effect, the second feature of your Of the Sea trait.
Yes. Where are you? I just scrolled past you 3 times.
are you?
Where are you? Is it the commune with nature?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
It does have specific caveats though for this use.
Yes.
And a call.
Yes. I don't know if it's gonna work, but she's gonna try. Yeah.
So you tell me what happens. Or what she does.
Knowing that she probably needs to be as close to the water as possible, she will... I think it'll be just before she gets out of the water for the night, because she will be quite tired. She will submerge herself under Hold Eater. I think she will probably keep a hand on Hold Eater, just as sort of an added presence to try and stabilize whatever message comes through or doesn't. And she just wants to send through the message. There's a man named Anton that could use your help, your gift. And she will sort of send almost like a mental image of the two figures, the crystalline figures, and the man just sobbing next to them. And hope that that's enough, because that's all we got out of him. I don't have a last name. Last names are for nerds.
So first, I need you to expend 5 of your sorcery points for this feature.
Excellent. I can do that.
As you submerge yourself in water and let yourself connect, becoming one with the waters around you, feeling the currents. Here in this river, you feel the different but still very vibrant underwater life. Almost like someone feeling the wind, you feel the currents on your skin. Especially now that you've retaken your original form, everything just feels comfortable. Your ears are sensitive to the movement of the water. Your hair definitely moves in a different patterns. You just feel it in a different way. As you focus your mind, and you have met the king previously, find it very easy to envision him, even though he is of a malleable form himself. You send this message out. You let it drift. You almost follow it as it flows through the river out into the ocean. It piggybacks on fishes, on currents. It sways with the seaweed. It follows over across the brittle bays, the dead steel sea, and down over the Gavinus Rend. It spills into the free sedum, and almost as if it's picked up like a scoop of water out of a reservoir. The king crinkles the message. Holds it up. I'm sorry. That is so discreet, Roger. I love it. It's perfect.
It's fine. I
Yeah.
muted the stream.
You didn't mute it for
Wow.
us.
Not for us.
Mute it for
You'll get
us.
to enjoy it.
Wow. No, but he picks up the message, holds it up to his thin, curled lips, and almost drinks it in. He takes a breath. And you hear, Mirel, in your mind, you've watched this. In your mind, it feels like you followed this message swim through the oceans for days on end. But in mere moments, you get a response. I can only alleviate so much of the pain of this man. You made him a promise.
Alright.
I ask that you keep it. What you seek is out there.
Oh,
Hell yes, we're fighting
There
a
is
moon.
one who has returned from the state of encased in crystal. Find her and her guardians. They may know the truth.
Yes! Okay. Amazing.
That is all you get.
Mirel was not even expecting an answer, so wonderful. She is slightly burdened by this knowledge that now she will have to do more than she thought she would, but you know what? Her own fault. Yep, she just nods in understanding and leaves the water.
You also feel with the message that there is a current. Like while you are submerged in water, you can almost feel it trying to guide you in a direction.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
that's cool.
Yes.
We will note that for later.
Then night passes, the next day comes. By the evening of the 17th of Gavintel, the ship Hold Eater finally breaks free of the river.
Nice. Woo.
There are trees around you, smatterings here and there, and there was even a point where, Tinker, you saw a very familiar little glen not far from the river, and you just reminisce so wonderfully Trish comes up the stairs, sees what you're looking at, heads back downstairs. As she
Put a
sees,
vector in there.
yes, as you pass by the hole that Tinker had dug that one Trish once fell in.
I just left her in there. Oh,
Just over
You
there
look-
is where you became a murderer.
I was always a murderer. That hasn't
Oh
changed.
no, Trish.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But as you exit the river, Mirel, being underwater, you catch this change. Earlier than the others, something is muddling the water. The colors are changing. The bank, the sediment, is growing from a grayish hue to a darker brown, and there's speckles of red and orange among the rocks, as you find deposits of amber strewn about, and the water is taking on less of a river green. And Tinker, from your view above, even it's raining, is coming down, the sun is setting slowly. As you enter the lake, looking out at this massive lake, you cannot see the other end from where
Oh,
you
no.
are.
Whoops.
It is a huge, it is called a lake, but it's almost like big enough to be a small sea. But its color is similar to that of ale. It has this ambery golden brown hue to it. And looks like there are sparkles, little specks of reflective light all over the bottom. And even though it has this darker color, it is somehow clear and beautiful. But with that, we're going to skip to the next day.
Where Forrest reaches Campbell on his small potato.
Yeah. Forrest, would
Yeah.
you like to roll me a d10?
Oh, excellent.
Okay. 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10. Amazing.
Only a few days ago, you had a similar event.
Mm-hmm.
As the rain and the lightning cascades towards you. And it just crashes down around you. Even Pat struggles in the deep mud, the heavying rain. And you can only move a little bit at a time. It is incessant, constant, like a weight upon you. More than just perspiration, it feels like you are carrying this heavy burden on your shoulders wherever you go, whatever you do. And then I want you to roll me a d20.
Here we go. A 6.
A 6. I'm gonna need you to roll me a d12.
Oh my god.
Oh,
More dice.
More dice.
12 out of 12.
A 12 out of 12?
Mm-hmm.
As the rain is bearing down on you, and you have to move simply in little heats. Following the roads, you are closing in on, like, strewn out farmlands. Every now and then, someone lets you take a quick rest inside, like, the stables or just under some roof. There are some abandoned buildings where you decide to go in for a quick stop, maybe to avoid a sudden surge in lightning. Vanya drives off herself, you, and Pat to make sure everyone keeps safe. As the day progresses towards, I'm gonna say, early afternoon, when you stop to rest, there is another person also seeking shelter. You're currently in an old farm, a barn. You've been let in and told you can even stay the night if you need it. As it is getting late afternoon, you feel like it's gonna be tough with the current weather to get to Campbell, but it's not far away. And Vanya says, if we push, we could probably make it to Campbell today, but considering the weather, I'm gonna assume we're gonna be hard caught finding somewhere to sleep.
It's not really
probably
want to
better
sleep
if we
outside
wait.
in this weather if we can help it.
Yeah, Campbell being what it is, no one else does either. Everything's probably gonna be booked up even before we get there.
They have a lot of books, do they?
Booked up means that people have already called the rooms. Someone got the rooms early. So we're probably better off staying here, but we could get there. I might be able to call in some favors to get us nice warm beds. Don't know about Pat though.
Kind of like peers out, looks up, assuming it doesn't. Does it seem like there's any chance of the lightning letting up anytime soon today?
Lightning comes and goes, but the rain has been at a constant force.
Well,
And you're pretty close. You've been following the coast, seeing this beautiful inlet of water that's just shimmering beautifully.
I suppose we made pretty good time with Pat, so we could probably spare an evening here. And look for somewhere to stay in Campbell tomorrow when we've got more time.
Yeah, if we stay here tonight, weather lets up by tomorrow, we could get to Campbell early, and it'd be easier to find rooms.
Alright, let's do that then.
Okay. As you're staying under shelter, you're having this conversation, you decide finally to enter the barn fully and get comfortable for the night. Inside you see sitting by a stove, but it doesn't seem to be using fire, but it is heating. Like a strange, almost cylindrical object that is just exuding heat. And standing by it with a large rucksack thrown to the ground, a bedroll that has been laid out, probably only arrived 15-20 minutes before you. You see this well-dressed but drenched Cardinal Plutkin, who looks up and says, Oh, am I getting company for the night? The farmer let you stay here too? He's so kind.
Oh, aye, that's right. I didn't know there was someone in here already.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
I'm
Feel free,
Forrest
there's plenty
Barclay.
of space. Oh, hello, Forrest. My name is Ibisil.
Who?
Ibisil.
Ibisil, is that right?
Ibisil, yes.
Ibisil.
Ibisil Daria. And almost reflexively, she tries to reach out her right hand and then winces and holds out her left hand instead. And you can see the right arm is in a sling. Like a very makeshift sling.
Oh, is your arm alright? It sort of shakes
It'll
the
be
hand.
fine. It'll be fine. It just, well, let's just say listen to your parents when they say don't try to fly in storms. I thought I'd buy some time, and now I've lost time, so can only blame myself.
You didn't get hit by the lightning, did you?
No, not the lightning, no.
What got you then?
It's gonna sound weird, but I'm pretty sure I got hit by a falling foot. Yes. I didn't get a good look at it, but I think it would have been.
Like what kind of foot?
Like a people foot.
A people foot?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a cloud that drops dead things, is it?
It might have been. It's a bit hard to tell with the weather being what it is.
I thought it was only out at sea.
No, it goes wherever it wants. And while you're having this conversation, Vanya is like moving in, and she's using her hands. She's moving this like hovering pile of luggage, and then just drops it all on the ground.
Well, thanks, Vanya.
Oh, no worries, no wores.
You don't suppose
No, yeah, so,
there's, like, dead things
Might as well
around
say I
here,
got
then?
kicked out of the sky.
Good one.
Good one. Yeah, well, give me a look at that and sort of just manhandles this person, this
Ow, ow,
person,
ow, 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 ow.
and just lays on hands for like
Okay.
10 hit
You
points.
do lay on hand, and it seems to help like superficial scrapes, because you probably didn't have the best landing with an injured wing. But you can also tell that this isn't necessarily something that you can just up and fix. It's and she has a wound that is preventing her from flying right now, so she just needs rest.
Well, she's getting 10 healing anyway.
Yeah, and she appreciates it.
She better.
Oh, that really helped. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I just moved your wing a little bit. I think it's all right.
No, but the pain is a lot less now.
Oh, good.
And then she goes like, oh, like stretch the arm out. She's like, oh, but not that good. Okay. But come in, get warm. And she gestures towards this. It has the size of one of those like fire barrels.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't see any actual fire. But it is glowing slightly, and there's heat coming off it.
All right. Where are you off to anyway?
Oh, I was on my way to Campbell.
Oh, so are we.
Really? Just going on foot? And then she says that the door like pushes open and Pat trudges in. And he immediately just shakes. Yeah, just like sprays everywhere.
No.
And Ibisil goes like, oh, okay. What is that?
Oh
My god, it's adorable. And she just walks up and almost like stops, looks at you, looks at Pat. Can I pet it?
All right, go ahead.
She just touches it. She's just like, oh, it's a lot. I can't tell if this is the texture I expected. And just like patting Pat.
Hey, we met a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Aye, he's
You
a
just
good lad.
met?
Oh, aye, yeah. Well, I found that saddle, you see, and well,
Yeah, Vanya's like unbuckling it and then just says, Forrest, it's too heavy for me. Can you take it off?
oh, sure. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
I found this, and I figured I needed something to put it on, so I found Pat.
Isn't it usually the other way around?
I don't think so.
Okay. I wouldn't know. I haven't really done a lot of riding in my days. It's,
Oh, neither have I.
Oh,
But I
All right.
figured that's probably how it goes.
okay. And Vanya's just shaking her head like while unpacking, trying to tie everything up. And she, as soon as she like organizes everything, you can see she does like looks over towards Imbecile and then takes a couple of things out of her pockets. And you would have seen her do this a handful of times now during the travel. She has some knickknacks that she takes out and pretends that she's using them, but she's actually casting prestidigitation. She's just pretending to do it with her artificery instead of wizardry.
Got it.
So she started drying off all of the luggage.
Nice. Imbecile, I don't suppose you know anything about pirates, do you?
I mean, depends. I've heard stories.
Oh, have you heard of the Azure Horizons?
I have, actually. They are a strange bunch, is what I've heard. As in, they're not your average privateering, destroy other people's ships, steal everything, murder, pillage, and things like that.
Oh, that's good.
They're still pirates, though. It's just... there are worse pirates.
Worse pirates or better pirates?
I mean, according to what I know, they've definitely been in altercations. They've been in trouble with the law. I know for a fact that the Wings of Wreck will hate them. But I don't know why.
That's alright. I don't know who they are anyway.
Oh, alright. Why were you asking? Are you looking for them?
I was
Are you
hoping
on a
to...
quest? Are you traveling and adventuring?
I think so.
Can I have your shoes?
You know, someone else asked me that, but no, I'm wearing them at the moment, I'm afraid.
Oh. But what if I paid you for new shoes? When we get to Campbell?
Maybe. Suppose
It's not a no.
These aren't anything fancy, but they're just my shoes, that's all.
They're very fancy. And she goes and opens like her backpack, and you can see she's got like 2 other pair of shoes. Definitely not for her. And she says, "Well, this one, this pair, it belonged to a lady who apparently used to work for Reckwall. And so she would travel all across Reckwall's Reach, looking for rare herbs and plants and beautiful flowers and bring them to Reckwall. So this is my pretty pair, and it looks like well worn, but definitely high class, like servant's shoes. And then there's a pair of super worn down, like gross, broken apart boots. And these actually used to belong to a captain aboard a dishonored ship. And I even have the paperwork for it. And this captain, he was actually like 75 years ago or something. He was sentenced to 5 hearts. Oof. And he managed to get them. And when he was done, apparently he simply threw the shoes away. And here we are.
5 hearts? Most people only get 1.
Most people don't get any.
I'm pretty
Most
sure
people
we've
die
got
before
one.
that.
You've got 1, right? Wait, do you not have 1?
I most certainly do not have a Leviathan heart on me. I can tell you that for sure.
Oh, Leviathan heart?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
Yes. No, most people get sentenced to like 2 or 3. He got 5. But I couldn't find out. They've stricken his records. They won't tell me what he did. But I've got all the paperwork and all of the providence for the boots, and they're just so dear to me. And if I get yours as well, I would love to hear where you've been, what you've done, and get it to paper. And if you could sign that paper, that would be even better. And I could have it officiated.
Alright, I guess.
I'm sorry, I know I'm talking. I know I'm rambling. Anyway. What were you gonna do in Campbell?
Oh, look for the Azure Horizons.
They are in Campbell?
Apparently, that's what I hear.
Wow. No, but really? Wow.
Looking for someone that might be on board, hopefully.
Really? Oh, that is so exciting. I'd be open to maybe trading shoes after you've done that. I don't want to miss out.
The boots, yeah.
Yeah. It'll just increase the value. Come on.
Yeah.
Cooler adventures.
Well, I've got to find him, I suppose, and then get on board the pirate ship, and then I don't know if he's there. I think he's supposed to be there by choice, but hopefully they're not holding him there. But if they are, I suppose I have to do something about that.
Are they holding someone close to you? Someone dear? Is this a loved one? Are you on an adventure on a quest to save someone from dread pirates?
Well, I am on a quest to find my family. So I don't think he's on the ship.
Lost family member. Not on the ship?
Hey, do you know Eobard? Eobard Barkley?
There's a dark look on her face when you say that. No.
Oh, well, he's my family and he got taken from me, so I'm trying to find him.
Oh no, that's so sad. When was he taken from you?
It's been a little while. I'm not sure exactly how long, to be honest.
But you're looking to find him?
Aye.
Okay, well, I hope you do.
Well, thank you.
Don't trust her. I'm so mad right now.
Oh, and I get to say, you're not there.
We can't do anything!
Look, and I can tell Roju inside mentally. Roju's like, fuck, Forrest, wouldn't care.
Look, Roju, if I was there, I would hand spark that lady so quick for you. Promise.
That's alright. As most people I come across, it seems like not a lot of people know him.
But I want to get warm. So I'm just gonna... And she just walks over to the little heating thing. And Vanya will say, Forrest, I might need your help over here.
Oh, sure. Excuse me, Imbecile.
Oh, no worries. I will write her name down in chat for you. Oh, that wasn't the plan, but sure.
If I get this spelling right, I'm going to be so impressed with myself.
Did you? It
hasn't come through yet for me. Oh, wait. Wrong chat. Hold on.
Haha.
Wait.
Where are you?
It should be in the dice log chat.
Yeah, in the dice chat.
Huh? Oh, that. We've got
In
2
Foundry.
minutes. I got it.
Oh, I was very close.
I was close. How
very
close, you ask? 1 letter
She
off.
does have a very long, fine beak. Like very thin and a bit angular.
Yeah, and I'm going to have that beak in a jar on my desk when I get hold of her. What?
Oh, shit. Speaking of, as Vanya is asking you for help, Forrest, laying everything out to, like, warm it up, and then eventually she goes to essentially blow-drying Pat. She will lean close to you, Forrest, and say, that Plumekin knew something about Eobard. Just be aware that she knew something.
She said she didn't.
She lied to you, Forrest.
What?
Oh!
If you want more information, you have to believe the lie for now. You have to pretend. So you can ask more questions later.
You let me know when later is, because I kind of say I quite understand what you're saying, but...
I'll explain it to you later, yes.
Alright.
I'll tell you when it's a good time, and I'll explain how it works.
Why would she say she didn't know?
Because she probably has a good reason for it. Like someone told her not to say. Or maybe, and this is only worst case scenario, Forrest, and please remain calm, maybe she doesn't want you to find Eobard.
What? What?
Is everything good over there?
Oh,
Are you cold? You should come get warm.
I will once I've finished helping.
Okay.
What? Why would anyone want that?
I don't know, Forrest. I'm speculating.
You don't think she knows the ones who took him, do you?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm simply... There's a chance? Maybe?
I helped her with her arm and everything.
I don't know why, Forrest. But I am imploring you to wait. For a better moment.
Alright, I'll wait. You tell me the second I can't wait no more, okay?
I win.
Alright.
Back.
He's just gonna busy himself with Pat for now.
Yeah.
Vanya needs a raise.
Yeah, I rolled. She made a successful insight check.
I love that. Thank you,
That's fine,
Vanya.
yeah.
Thank you, Vanya.
Yeah, no, she made a successful insight check, and she spent enough time with Forrest to know a bit about how to best communicate with him too. But they've had time to bond.
Oh.
A little bit.
Also, I think since she is like a headmaster, she was a teacher, she would have some experience working, like trying to explain things to people.
Yeah, yeah.
But on Hold Eater, this is the same day now. I want you to make a weather check. Cuddly, roll a d10.
I'm on it. I'm on it. A 6.
A 6. For you,
At least the cloud's not over us.
cloud isn't over you.
This is
You
good.
are out on a lake, and the lightning is still striking
That's not good.
That
perfectly.
is not good at
But the
all.
rain is letting up.
That is good.
There's a lot less rain today. It's still raining, but nothing compared to the worst you've seen throughout the past few days. And
Okay.
with the morning, being able to properly see this beautiful lake with this golden color to it. Just vibrant. Whenever you pass over, like looking straight down into the water, it is surprisingly clear. But with the coloration of it and the surface light breaking, as soon as you're not looking directly down, you can't see a lot.
What is the what's like the wildlife like in there? Like a lot of fish, not as many fish because there's so much.
Plenty of fish and also a lot of mussels.
Ooh,
Muscular
Like
fish.
muscular.
Oh.
No, but there's a lot of these very, very like orange, almost like tigrin-like stripes to them, mussels, and almost all wildlife. There's a few like freshwater crustaceans. There are fish. Everything has that almost like yellow to brown hue.
Interesting.
Even the
think-
seaweed and the kelp and the algae, like the few things that grow here, has a similar distinct coloration to
And
it.
it makes sense if they've
Yeah.
evolved in this kind of water.
Yeah.
I feel like surely Tinker and Murrell would be interested in this for almost.
Oh,
the
he's
same
already put
reason.
one of each in his mouth to. You
Oh,
know,
excellent! Because I was going to say
ascertain
he
whether they're
definitely would have
poisonous or
taken a
not.
couple. Like
You
Yeah.
know, how tasty they are.
she would have wanted to collect a little bit, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if she knows if they're good eating.
There would have been a point where you would have collected them.
You
right?
just
Would have-
put them in your mouth. Okay,
That's the
that's
thing. You would have put them in the
Uh,
bucket, and then Tinker would have taken them out of the bucket. And put them in his mouth.
immediately. in the
Murrell,
mouth.
make a nature check.
Nature check. Okay, we can do
Yep,
that.
yep, yep, yep.
I mean, regardless of how this goes, I think we're gonna find out well enough.
Maybe
Okay, a 12.
a
See if I can
12.
tell if Tinker's gonna get poisoned.
You don't know a lot of these types of fishes, but
Hmm.
you know why. Because this is freshwater fish.
Hmm.
You have very limited experience working with lakes and rivers.
Yeah.
And especially with such a unique, what's it called? Ecology, ecosystem as this lake.
Biome, even.
Biome,
Ooh, a
if you will.
biome.
But what you do find are very, very fatty catfish.
Oh, let me
Huh.
eat.
And Tinker, it is delicious.
Oh,
It is
I
so
need more.
delicious.
This is amazing. This is like the best I've eaten.
It is so tender and just melts in your mouth.
Oh my!
I mean, everything melts in his mouth, to be fair.
Yes, you're
True,
right.
true.
But it does have a strange taste to it, but it's really tasty. And Mirel, if you have a taste as well, there is a tinge of something. It's like something familiar, but not that it's the same. Like an ingredient is similar to something else you've had,
Huh.
rather than the whole thing.
What do I roll to figure out what that ingredient is?
Nature check.
Nature check again. Okay.
Yeah.
Tinker's put enough things in his mouth. He's gonna also make a nature check. He can figure out.
Okay. I got a 19.
Yeah.
Tinker-
There is a very subtle. Yeah. Okay. What's Tinker doing?
He's,
Oh,
he's
he
trying to
also
work
wants to
out.
know.
He's trying to work out. the
Both
flavors.
of you have the same thought at the same time. There is just the slightest aftertaste of levite in this fish.
Okay. Interesting. So we just turned to each other and we're like, we got it.
It is
That's the
essentially Leviathan blood.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Just ever so slightly. Like super watered down, but it's there.
Wait, these aren't baby leviathans, are they?
I hope not.
Because I've just eaten 3.
I did not even get 3. Where did you get the other 2?
I dived in when you weren't looking.
Tinker's soaking wet.
Is there anything to indicate like that they would be baby leviathan? I guess there's a lot of different kinds of leviathans.
There
I
are
feel like-
so many.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be like more
So-
than just like the barest hint of a flavor of it? If they were, they would just be it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But maybe
if
they
these
ate
were like, there are. Make a culture check. I will give you advantage because of lore reasons.
Lore reasons. Okay. Let me
Lore
find
reasons.
my. Okay. Let's see that. Oh, that one's not too bad, but we'll take the advantage just in case. Oh, that one's terrible. Okay, a 15.
A 15.
And we're pushing. You know what? I'm very curious.
Pushing.
I'm pushing.
Oh, dang.
A 17.
A 17.
mark down
Okay,
that I have
17 is pretty good. I will say with a 17, there are fish who eventually turn into leviathans. But that takes a long, long time. There are leviathans born as leviathans, but they almost exclusively originate from the Freesedom.
Right. So this is kind of like a
This is more of like...
Pokemon evolution.
No, you'd probably guess that this is more of a crossbreeding situation.
Interesting. Oh, now I feel bad because Hold Eaters are kind of like a suckerfish too. Or
Yeah,
was.
Hold Eater is from, like, originally a Remora.
You know what? They eat each other all the time though, so I shouldn't feel too bad.
Yeah.
My bet was going to be
interesting.
that the entire under the base of the silt was a dead Leviathan, and that's just evolved over the top of it.
I am wondering if
That
there
could be
was
cool.
something. Yeah. All right. Interesting.
So that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. No. So Tinker, you turning me at the same time? We're just going Leviathan.
It was mouth filled with fish.
Mouth
Yes.
filled.
He's spitting at you, I'll say.
Yeah.
Oh,
It kind of tastes like the bit of that heart.
right. It is
He
what I was
reaches in,
going to
pulls
say.
out a few bones.
And she's like, "Don't flick it at me, please."
I'm just waiting for you to spaghetti that whisker, that catfish whisker.
He starts flossing one of his teeth.
Hmm. Interesting. I wonder why.
Do you think Hold Eater wants some?
I can ask.
I mean, he used to eat people, so
I mean, he might have been eating some with the front mouth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? There's probably still some catfish left, and she will go in and ask Hold Eater if he's had any and what his thoughts are.
I had a few.
they're delicious, aren't they?
They're pretty tasty.
Oh, very tasty.
Did you taste the levite?
I did, yeah.
It's just interesting, is all.
It's not super duper uncommon. I'm more surprised that it's here in freshwater.
That is what. Why fresh? Well, Tinker, chalk this up in your book. It is another mystery for another day.
Mystery for Detective Tinker.
Oh no.
And he off he trots, diving back into
Jot it down.
Trish's
Just
books.
Tinker gets a mental pop-up that says quest added to quest log.
Quest added.
Tinker, when Trish isn't looking, he sneaks into her room and is going through her books again to see if there's anything regarding any like freshwater leviathans or what could have caused this phenomenon.
I'll say make a history check with advantage because Trish is technically there and she'll help you go through the books.
It's less that she helps me and more that she doesn't want me touching anything, so she does the touching of the books for me.
Yeah, she hands you the book and says, you can look at this one.
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent. We love that. We don't love the 13 that we got.
Do you want to push?
Nah, I'm happy for Tinker just to get annoyed with Trish's.
I'd
That's
say with
so fair,
with
yeah.
the 13, there you don't find anything. What the books that Trish has access to are more like known leviathans, dead or alive. The ones that have been named for various reasons, and are being kept track of. But the edition is a couple of years old. But there's nothing about any freshwater leviathans. There are, however, amphibian leviathans, mammalian leviathans. You do find an entry that just has the depiction of this massive orca sea leopard thing that is basically like it's like the poster to Jaws, but it's like a full ass ship and then just a big mouth underneath.
Now, that one also looks delicious. Lots of blubber on that one.
Yeah, it's written that it was named Imanis, the Great One. and there's just a little blurb about how it actually grew so big and it was so like predatory that it has to feed exclusively on other leviathans, or to be ordered to satiate its own hunger.
After finding this out, and no useful information, Tinker would leave Trish with the last parting thought. It's like, oh, imagine if that one still existed. Imagine if we were just sleeping at Hold Eater and one night, completely out of the blue, this thing just rises up, completely swallows us whole. We'll never know. It'd be the end of us. Terrifying thought, really.
Mirel, you know for a fact that Imanis is still alive.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I wonder if Trish comes to ask. Do either of you come to ask about him on?
No. Tinker just make sure to leave Trish with that parting thought. Yes, yep.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
if Trish
Mirel is
was-
just thinking, luckily it's not Imanis. He wouldn't fit here.
Yeah.
He'd take up the whole lake.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You're so small sometimes.
As you proceed traveling, with the lightning striking, you're staying close to the coast. You've taken down the sail for the time being. And close to the afternoon, you hear shouting from the coastline. You hear a, hello? Hello? And you see someone who's like walking very quickly, like waving towards the ship.
Interesting. What does this person look like? Tinker, get your spyglass out.
Tinker fiddles with his
Go,
monocle
Tinker,
and
eyeglass.
extends it.
Make a perception check.
All right.
It actually does nothing. It is purely cosmetic. It does not help him in
I've
any
only
way,
got a
shape, or form.
12.
Alright, I will also I got a 16.
16.
Nice.
You see a pale-skinned non that has almost like a chalk white skin. With a big, almost like head wrap on their head, like a pretty big one, and a large holster, like a cylindrical bag that's very long on their back, and they're currently like running. They've got a coat on, the hood has fallen off, like stomping through the mud, like walking very quickly, just waving at you. And just then you hear, "Can I get a ride?"
Meryl's gonna look to Tinker. I'm not the captain anymore.
What do you mean, not the
Not since Veldale. What do you
No.
think?
And as you're talking, you hear, "I can pay."
No, well, welcome aboard! Captain Tinker at your service!
Pico.
Captain Stinker at my service.
Yeah, you can call me whatever you want. How much you got?
I'll tell you when you stop. And the ship's still moving.
Oh, yes. Let me...
First meet Morel. Stop the ship!
I'm on it.
Or otherwise I'll
And,
promote you to second mate.
Hold Eater very slowly moves in closer to the coast. It's still some distance. It's a lake. Hold Eater can't get too close. And this person says, "Do you want me to swim out there?"
Oh, for crying out loud, it's so needy.
I mean, if the ship's too big to get any closer to the
can't
coast,
get any
you don't have any
closer.
longboats.
Can he even swim? Ask him if
Can
he
you swim?
Yes, but I can also get there by other means. If you
Well, then-
give me some space, and I'll pay for any destruction of property.
What?
Oh, go right ahead. Let's go. Let's do it. Show me what you got.
Okay, and you see this person takes off this long cylindrical backpack, sticks the arm in like someone going for the last like chip in a Pringles can, pulls out a something with hooks on it, and says, "Step aside," and then pulls something, and there's a sudden like little puff of smoke, and you just hear as a grappling hook is fired onto the ship.
I don't like this at all.
As it gets within 60 feet, Tinker he will throw a bottle at it, and as it connects with the grapple hook, it slows down. He is throwing a vial of featherfall at the grappling hook.
Lovely.
Okay, yeah, so it slows down, it lands on deck, and it almost automatically starts like reeling itself in, trying to grab a hold of something.
And Tinker assists with tying it to something neatly so that it doesn't actually damage the ship.
Yeah. As soon as it makes like full stop contact, you just hear bzzz, and this person holding on to the other end is just like lurching towards you through the air.
Seeing them come rocketing towards the ship, Tinker throws another vial.
And this person gets hit, like, just slows down ever so slightly, lets go of the rope, and you now see this almost... It looks like a canister with a handle on it, and lets go of it, and it just, like, clutches back and snaps into the grappling hook. And this person lands very, like, softly on deck.
What
you see
damage?
now this...
So much
you
damage.
see this
So much
petite
gold worth of
feminine
damage.
figure, this very petite feminine figure, and you see the head wrap is actually just hair that has been made into a huge like bun on the head, like a really long thick braid that has just been rolled up on the head.
Huh.
It says, "Oh, thank you, thank you. Where are you headed?"
Hold on. Campbell, baby.
Heading to
Campbell, all the way
going-
around.
Well, no, cutting through.
Cutting. Looks at the size of the ship. And then thinks. Okay, so is it okay if you drop me off in Logbar?
It is on the way. Mirella would be nodding at Tinker, like with her hood up, but you know, knowing she probably still glows, but she's
I
like,
suppose so. I mean,
For the right price.
why not? Depends how much you're paying.
I can pay. How much do you want, really? Is 5 gold enough?
How much did we pay for the bridge? It was 20,
20.
wasn't it? 20?
There's-
Yeah.
I watched it.
I
I
don't-
watched that highway robbery this morning.
Well, we did have to pay some exorbitant costings to get into the lake. They took us for a ride back in Veldale.
How much was that?
It was 20 gold, can you believe it? Disgusting.
Oh, that is disgusting.
It was gross.
I can go to 10.
Mirella's nodding behind it.
And this person looks around. You see this very like chalk white skin, got this cloak on that doesn't look so much as a cloak. It doesn't have like a full open or close. I describe it more akin to a poncho. It's very like open and loose and doesn't seem to impact movement. And says, if I can get somewhere dry, I
Absolutely.
can for sure fish out some money. And
Follow me.
when she says fish, she looks at you, Mirella.
Don't mind Morel. She's first mate Morel. She's fine. She's fairly harmless.
I really don't care
Okay, then she's not
about the
very dangerous.
gestures. Like, look at me. People kick me out everywhere.
Why do you get kicked out? Come get dry. We will
Yeah,
talk.
and as she looks like she scrunches her nose a little bit as you're walking, and then she as you're walking, you hear in your own voice, Mirel, how did you get kicked out?
I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah, and you
Look
look
like me?
dead at your own face. And then it just
Ah.
morphs back into chalk white and says, "That's why."
Not again. I can't do this again. No.
I'm
no,
sorry. No. I'm
no,
sorry. I'll leave. I just thought you were cool, considering. And gestures at Mirel.
No, he.
I have bad memories with people pretending to be. Oh, I recently. Don't. You and Trish will get along fine.
This
Oh,
is a new
really?
form for them.
What? Yes, look, I usually only do that when I need to hide, and I don't like hiding.
Oh, hiding's terrible. Being
It
the
is
center of attention,
awful.
now that is enjoyable.
You're the center of attention around here?
Absolutely. You want to see my cannon?
Okay. Sure, do you want to see mine?
Absolutely.
Oh my god. They just
Yeah, but
became
did you
best
have
friends.
somewhere dry first?
Yeah, Muriel's like continually trying to usher both of them down the stairs, and they just keep stopping, and she's like,
Fine, we can compare cannons downstairs.
How many you got?
One, but it's really big.
Ooh, mine's pretty big too.
And it can walk around by itself.
Mine cannot do that. Damn.
Tinker puffs his chest out as he guides them downstairs.
But I got more than one.
Mine can be 3, depending on the mood.
I got twice that many.
You might have met your match.
I refuse. I refuse to be admitted to be.
Well, to be fair, you might have, quality over quantity.
No,
Don't
I
give
must
them
have
that
both
much credit.
quality and quantity. I need more cannons.
Would you like food while you compare cannons?
Sure.
We just
That'd be
stopped
great,
out
actually.
Marvelous fish. Have you tried it?
The local fish.
Yes.
No, I'm not really good at catching fish.
Oh, Morella's the best at catching fish.
Really? How good?
Not the best, but the best on the boat.
The best on the boat. You know what?
There's a reason she's first mate.
I don't have any real reason to distrust.
There
Well,
would probably be some prepared stuff from like what we just tried. Although I do think that now Mirelle is in her usual form, there's a good chance she would be eating a lot more raw fish. She would definitely have been pretending to do other stuff.
full goleming.
She's just full goleming at this point. Like she'll eat both. It doesn't really seem to
Here's
matter
a
to her.
question that the art doesn't portray. Does she have sharp teeth?
I think yes.
Just a
I
little
didn't
bit?
actually. I think they're a little sharper than you might expect, because that feels right.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah. So while you go to get some food, Tinker, where do you take this individual?
Well, we don't.
Because I can't remember if they gave their name yet.
No, they have not given. We have not asked their name yet. But that's
Yeah.
that's.
Her name is Traceless, actually.
It's,
Oh, I get kicked out of every. Oh my God, they are.
The changeling.
This is your fault.
Well, okay. So I mean, Tinker just recouped half his costs. All right, he's pretty happy about that.
Yeah, and he's gonna lose his life. It's fine. It's fine.
Unless he shows it to the engine
No, well, I'm at least wait till I'm down there so I can
Okay,
help
alright.
push.
room. Okay.
Come
all right.
on.
No.
so
So
Morel
because
is acquiring fish currently.
Yes.
Acquiring fish. Yeah, there might have been a little left over, but they were probably up on deck, so she'll bring it down.
Tinker would take it to like the main sort of like meeting room, sort of dining room, the main room that we've got downstairs.
Yeah, what is all this? It's cool.
The one meeting room that was once an autopsy room.
The
and also
autopsy room.
Nobody
It will be
needs to
known now
know.
as he would go, come in, here, make yourself comfortable in the autopsy room.
And Sarah, this individual looks at you like, that's a
Oh,
bit
right.
ominous.
Well, how are you going to know what killed someone if you don't check them out? You need a room for that.
And you need to check out a lot of people you kill.
No, just one so far.
Just one.
Just one.
All right.
One that I had to check.
You know what? That tracks. That tracks. So,
They were
how about
really
that cannon?
hard. Oh, of course, cannon. Yes, yes.
And Tinker would race away and come back with his backpack.
Mhm.
And he'd just plonk his backpack down on the table.
And this person has sat down on one of the chairs and put this this case to the side. And as you come back with the backpack, says, "I'm not quite sure that I got your name."
I'm not quite sure if I got yours.
You first.
Dresses.
Well, I'm Captain Tinker.
Oh, Captain. Oh, so this is your ship then?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me, Captain.
You're most welcome.
Now show me that cannon. And
Okay,
he
and he
stands
whips it
up
out.
and gets close. So you pull the ripcord.
Show
Pulls
me
the
that
ripcord
cannon,
and
big
whips
boy.
out his cannon.
Oh, and you see she gets really
Just
close.
flirting.
Like, almost down on her knees looking at it. How does that work? Like, looking inside the backpack where there's only darkness.
I don't know. That's the
You
best
don't
part.
know?
I-
Oh, God.
Wait, no,
Did you want to see mine?
I absolutely do.
And she just, like, flips open the poncho, and you can see there are, like, 2 revolvers, one on each side, and she pulls one out and aims it between your eyes and says, "You're wanted, Tinker. I'm Six Gun Sam, and there's some money on your head."
Please
And then
tell
she
me,
spins
Meryl.
it and holds this and says, "But luckily for you, I don't do shadow bounties."
Oh my.
Luckily for you, I don't want to blow a hole in my boat. Because the cannon has turned.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need verbal commands.
The roller coaster
No.
that I just went through. I'm shook it.
But she then takes both of her revolvers, puts them on the table, and says, "Did you want to have a look?" Like, then she puts her hands up and says, "Really though, you gotta be more careful. There's actual money on your head."
How much money? She's coming down with it.
Yeah, seriously, how much?
5,000 gold pieces.
Who has that much?
Holy. What are they saying?
From what
I
I heard, the archworms of the Wormcrest.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Well, maybe you have to stop using your real name.
Stop using my real name,
Like a leave out of
Sally?
my book.
Are you kidding? Did you not hear what I said just before? Why hide when you can be the center of attention?
Because you'd be dead by now if I was one of the usual bounty hunters.
Are you kidding me? You think me? Come on.
She pulls another gun that you didn't know where it was hiding and holds it between your eyes again.
But I know you're not going to do it.
But
No, but
Meryl
I'm just
doesn't,
pointing
and
out
her
the amount
hand
of times I
definitely-
could have shot you by now. As the nickname suggests, I do have a total of 6 guns.
Okay, so there's 3 there.
Yeah?
Where are the other 3?
She reaches back and pulls one out of her hair.
Okay,
Puts
all
it
right.
on the
very good.
table.
That's 4.
She reaches down into one of her boots. Puts it on the table.
Okay, that's impractical. How would you get that in a hurry?
It's not for hurry. It's for subterfuge.
Oh. That's more hiding. You don't do hiding.
I just told you I was a bounty hunter. Of course I'll hide the gun.
But why would you tell me you're a bounty hunter unless you're going to collect the bounty?
Looks at Mirel. Is he always like this?
Oh, yes.
Alright. Did you want to see number 6 or not?
Ben, is it going to shoot me?
No, but
I
I,
want to
might
see
need
it no matter
space.
what.
In space, you say?
Yes.
Okay, now I really want to know.
Okay, well, she goes and grabs the, like, cylindrical case,
Giant cannon.
and she lays it down on the table, opens, like, one of the lids on the sides, and she puts her arm in, pulls out this thick wooden and metal stock, and she keeps pulling and pulling, eventually having to put her boot up and, like, kick the case off. As this rifle is definitely longer than the case in full length, as she pulls out what is the equivalent of like a full anti-tank rifle and just puts it on the table while standing like several feet away holding the stock.
Wowzers!
This is for the really big guys.
Have you used that?
Yes.
Why didn't you try to get this bounty? You're right, it's 6 guns.
Because
absolutely.
I have integrity and a conscience.
Now I feel bad about taking more money off you than what this trip is actually worth. You want 5 gold
Honestly,
back?
getting a free ride to Logvar is worth the money. Having to go around in this weather sucks.
Oh yeah, without holding it would be stuffed.
Is that the name of the ship?
It is, yes.
Pretty cool name.
It's an awesome name.
Yes?
Hi, can
Yes, tell
I?
me, Raptor.
Yes, hello. I want to roll insight. What was that pause there?
Okay.
You got a bounty for Hold Eater? Huh? Huh? The rifle that
Make an
big?
insight
Huh?
check.
Tinker's gonna stop saying names.
Okay, I
Here's
guess
all
we'll
the
never
forbidden
know what the
information
name.
you could ever want.
She's changing name to Exposition.
Oh my
Did you know
God,
the ship's a
my
Leviathan?
brother's made a name too?
Oh my god. I just got an 8.
An 8?
He
Fine.
didn't give his surname.
What
Like,
pause?
it's fine.
What pause?
pause, Mira?
Exactly.
There was no
Yeah,
pause.
what pause? It's fine. I wasn't there. No, okay.
And then Sam sits down and says, my name's Sam Lee. I am from Reckles Reach. And honestly, letting me stay on the boat to Logvar would be huge. I'll happily pay you the 20. And she, like, from one little side pouch of this long case, she does stuff the rifle back in. It seems to be harder to get back in than it was taken out. Definitely
Normally
doesn't
the
want to
case.
fit properly.
Yeah, it's normally the case.
I'm leaving. I'm going home.
And then she counts up 10 gold pieces.
Oh. You sure? Like,
Yes. No, and honestly, having a roof over my head and a little room like this, the weather stinks, and I need to clean out my babies. And, like, looks at the guns.
that's fair. That's fair.
Well, you can certainly clean out your babies on the table. It has seen worse.
I wasn't
yeah,
lying
something
about
about
the
an autopsy.
Oh, Tinker, why do you open your mouth?
Yeah, he's really bad at this, isn't
know.
he? He's gonna get you in a lot of trouble.
I'm gonna get Morel in a lot of trouble.
It could be the other way around.
Honestly, I feel like you're just getting yourselves into trouble. Anywho, sorry for the show, but
Muriel's
you're...
gonna do some quick thinking about whether or not they can use Vanya or Forrest's room, because they probably didn't leave anything in there, right? I don't think they did.
Oh no, Vanya's completely set up. Like,
Yeah.
she got real.
Oh yeah, she is really set up. Okay, well, she can have the captain's cabin. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
Stay in the
Forrest's room would
autopsy
be
room.
empty. He's got everything in his backpack.
Bed in there. She's gonna think we're bad hosts.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
have
true,
this.
it's true.
Hmm.
Yeah, Forest room might be empty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is?
yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Yeah, Morel will have a walk and see which one is like the most empty for a guest, and say, "We do have a room that you can use to sleep."
Thank you. It's a pretty thin crew you've got here, considering the size of the ship.
Well,
you
I
know,
was just
layoffs.
told not to open my mouth, so I won't say anything about that one.
We are missing two. They went to Campbell. We'll be picking them up.
Oh, okay. Nope, that tracks. I'm sorry. It's been a roller coaster of a couple of minutes here.
And you don't say.
Let's get to something a little bit more simple. So we were talking about that bounty on me.
Yes.
Again, no exact details, just
I mean, it's a shadow bounty. It's very hush-hush. It's not gonna be on any official boards.
right. So only the most devious, conniving lowlifes are gonna
Well
be going after it.
connected, I might add, to that list.
But if one was to survive all these assassination attempts, they would absolutely be the most well-known.
It's probably more like if the person survives any potential assassination attempts, the price would go up, calling in more experienced bounty hunters, until one day someone is successful and gets the pot. I will let you know, though, this is a pretty steep bounty.
Yeah, no, I must have done something real bad to get this.
You must have.
I must have.
You must have.
I absolutely must have.
Yes, you must have. We get it. But is the Traceless... Is it a group? Or is it just any bounty hunter?
Looks at Tinker. The Traceless are after you as well?
Ah.
I don't know if I
did not
should stay
open
on
my mouth
this
either.
ship, actually.
No. You paid now. You're going to stay with us until we get you to where you're going. Captain Tinker has integrity.
Oh, okay. For 20 gold, I'll keep you safe until you drop me off.
Keep me safe? What do you don't think I can take after myself? I can take care of myself.
She holds a gun between your
I
eyes.
already know you're not going to shoot me. This means nothing.
I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm proving a point, Tinker.
What? That you're not going to shoot me?
No, that it's easy to shoot you.
For such a small target, yes.
I reckon I can catch the bullet in my mouth.
You want to try?
Seeing that you're thinking about it, Meryl goes, as fun as that would be to see. No, we will not try today.
Do you know for sure the Traceless are involved?
Oh, most certainly. The person who told us had no reason to lie to us.
They're not bounty
Wait,
hunters.
I didn't reveal this information. Burrell revealed it. Now
I know. I
You're
just thought they were all
both
one
bad at
thing.
this. You're equally bad at this. I can't believe you've made it this far.
Neither can I, to be honest.
Honestly, I'm a bit curious at this point how you made it this far.
Well,
but
I
the
didn't always
Traceless-
look like this.
The Traceless aren't bounty hunters. They're more like the personal mistake cleaners of the Wormcrest, from what I know.
Oh, I'm a mistake now. Well,
Well, we knew that.
This mistake has saved your sorry ass a few times.
I didn't say I wasn't the bigger mistake.
Yeah. Okay.
This is not what you expected when you got on the ship, was it?
No, it's really not. I thought I would just hole up in a room somewhere, wait to be dropped off, everything would be nice and dandy. Now I know you're here, and your ship.
And then if you got off this ship, and then someone found out that you knew
Maybe
where I
if
was.
you paid me 20 gold, I'd keep quiet. I am a bounty hunter. Money speaks more than anything else for me.
That's fair. No, that's understandable. You know what? That 20 gold that I'll pay you, that'll also go towards the grand feast we're gonna have tonight. Have it in the engine room, Morel. Big feast in the engine room.
You're having
Yes.
peace in the engine room.
Meryl just sighs.
I'll think about it. I got time. First name Morel. How long until we get to where are we going? Where are they going?
Logvar? Let me look. What's at the other side of the... It's like right as we go out the river.
Yeah.
It's
What,
gonna
2
be currently just over 4. It's gonna be like 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I got 4 or 5 days to think about it, okay?
Sure.
I have said I like being the
Unless the
center.
Traceless get you.
In which case, you're just gonna, what, jump?
Basically, yes.
Although if you're found on this ship with me and the traceless appear,
They won't find me here.
you just said the traceless you don't want to get involved with.
Yeah, so I'll be gone.
But if they're probably tracking us right now, they probably already know you got on the ship. They're the traceless. What don't they know?
Clean up every thread.
You know what, fair. I've never actually seen the traceless.
How could
They
you? They're
don't
called the
leave any
traceless.
traces. I... Fair enough. You know what? If I die, I'll give you 20 gold. Have my guns.
If you die, of course.
Sure.
Nice.
No, wait.
Oh.
If I die on this ship.
Oh, damn it. Now I see
So
how
the caveat for you.
Anyway, look, you know what? Let's just forget the whole bounty thing. And
Yeah. Though for real, you do stay away from shadier areas, because they'll probably know your name and what you look like. You don't exactly blend.
oh, hold on. How about now? Huh?
Tinker, now you look exactly the same as probably all your
Honestly,
wanters.
that works. And she just sighs. That... Why? No, you just look like any old rogue. Yeah, no, that surprisingly works. If you ditch the name and you do that, I can't fault you. Those are like your 2 out of 3 of your very distinctly described features.
Well, too bad I'm not doing it. That'd ruin who I am.
Okay, if anyone hasn't figured out by now, Tinker is not very good with the whole, like, actually outsmarting people thing, despite being a very smart person. So he just will talk until the other person gives up. And this
Yeah.
is...
Yeah, this, you know, it's
While you've had this conversation, Sam has started like actually disassembling one of the guns and has like brought out little cleaning tools.
Tinker, seeing this, has brought out a brush of some sorts and is just like absentmindedly brushing the insides of his cannon.
just because. How's your battle bug doing, buddy?
So we'll go have a look at the battle bug later.
Okay.
We haven't really been thinking about that.
Wow.
Eventually, you do serve up food, and you get talking, and Sam Lee, as her name is, she comes from Reckwell's Reach, she tells you. She made the choice to leave and decided to, at first, she says, well, you know, when you get to new places, you try to make a name for yourself. And let me just say from my own experience that catching criminals is not as easy as it sounds.
I don't know, I made it pretty easy.
No, I'm talking like legal-wise. I got locked up a few times.
Yeah, a lot of rules makes it boring.
Yeah. Which is why I figured, you know, bounty hunting, earn money by catching bad guys.
Exciting, glamorous,
Yeah.
romantic, actually.
Right. I have this very strange, like, relationship with another bounty hunter who always tries to kill me. And it's
And you end up sleeping with each other as well? Instead?
Look.
Twitch is just like one of your books.
Look.
In fact,
It
it's just
was
like this
once.
book. I've been reading it. I spent
We
time.
both got really hurt, and the adrenaline just kicked in, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
and was it a rainy night, and you were huddling up in a cave somewhere?
Not really, no.
No. It's nothing like this book. Tinker chucks the book away.
Trish is like, my book.
No. This is just... So, if you ever run into if you ever run into someone called Cull, just don't mention my name, please.
Tinker opens
And,
his little notepad.
Specifically
Probably-
mention
Oh.
Sam.
And
Probably
then
don't
Sam
kill
says
me, huh?
to Cull.
To Carl. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he underlines specifically.
Thank you.
Say we're best friends.
Ooh, no, don't do that. Maybe, and Sam's like looking at what he's writing. He's like, maybe if you say that like we had a fling, but like it didn't end up being anything, but we like had a flirt.
Wait, you and I?
Yeah.
Tinker gives a quick look up and down.
All right.
You pretty much did.
No.
with the cannons.
I'm just saying, like, this is you do me a service. I'd owe you. if
No,
you
I'd
said that.
absolutely do you a service, Will. That's beside the point.
He gets so serviced.
That'd be amazing. I can't wait to see the look on her face next time. Priceless.
Wait, will they try to kill me before I get to say?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
for
okay,
sure.
right.
Yeah, no.
Incapacitate. He goes to the top.
Incapacitate. Cool. First,
Yeah.
show rope techniques.
Ooh. Yes.
Did I tell you about the time that I tied someone up so well I could just flick one of the pieces of rope and it would just reverberate and get tighter? Genius.
Tell me more.
Oh, well, I need a subject. Morel.
No.
Oh. If only I had a body. You don't have a body, do you?
Make a persuasion check.
Do you have a body in your bag of holding? Oh my god.
Is that why the rifle doesn't fit?
I would
Too
like
many
to
bodies
push.
in it.
I would like to push on the 16.
Oh my god, you're pushing on a 16.
Damn it, 17.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily be the one to do the tying. I think it's important to experience. What kind of body do you need?
Well, as long as it's got arms and legs.
All right. Show me. And just like leans back in the chair. And that's where we're gonna end for today.
Oh my god. Okay, so Tinker has a bounty hunter girlfriend despite having 0 game. This is fine.
Look, Sam
Got the right kind
Sam
of game.
is a
these days.
fickle being, and also doesn't
I
really
love
care for
Sam.
Tinker. This was more like, oh, but if you say we had a thing, that will make Cull jealous,
Yep.
Mhm.
and it'll be fun.
It would be fun.
Fade to black, fade to black.
I hope you know I'm
I did
staying for the
fade to
rope
black.
tutorial.
I did fade
Yeah.
to black.
Oh,
I
no.
did fade to black. You're saved.
But I
No.
just, you know, because Josie can't technically use the out-of-game conversations against us because that would be cheating. If we can tie up this bounty hunter, not a problem anymore.
We're not throwing her in the mouth.
Just once.
A
I mean,
fist in the
It
engine
wouldn't be
room.
the first fully fledged out NPC you kill.
Who can say where the
There'll be
road
plenty of opportunities to throw people.
Oh
into
no, I'm gonna
the-
make this
into
worse.
the mouth.
Everyone who's still here, I'm gonna make this better and worse at the same
Oh,
time. I'm
no.
gonna tell you
Okay.
the full name of Cull. Or at least
Okay.
their bounty hunter name.
Okay, yep.
Mhm.
Does anyone have any theories?
I want it to be Call Me Daddy, but I think I might be wrong.
You're not far off.
Okay.
It is actually, you know what? I'm gonna write it down. Just so you know.
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay.
Laura,
Okay.
it does seem lovely.
There you
But
go.
Polar wrapped.
Damn, you actually even told me about this.
Yeah.
You told me that
It
you
was
made
like
a character,
ages
like,
ago.
Ages ago.
When we were just playing around with words, I said Caldi Raptor, and then I said I'll make an
Caldi
NPC named Caldi Raptor. And so
Absolutely love
since-
that.
Even since before this campaign started, there was like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith situation going on with Sam and Cull.
I love that. It's everything I would have wanted. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
They're just enemies to fuck buddies. What do you want? I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
Bounty
sorry.
hunters with benefits, if you will.
Bounty hunters with benefits. And next time we are gonna start off with Forrest, who has made it all the way to Campbell.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So bye.
I'm so excited, and then we might see if we can get these two groups to reconvene soon, because
yeah.
the
Well
biggest
done,
party
Josie.
split in history.
You
I
are.
mean, like, how many, they're like, that's
They
so
are
many
so
days
far
off.
out. They are so far out still, and Forrest, like, when. Okay, I wanna.
It's like,
Can I
you said
share
how
what
many
you
days for
rolled?
them to get to Logvar? Like 4? Right?
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Muriel's
And then
gonna
just
from here on out.
extrapolating that distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's far. According to my notes, if they want to get all the way to Campbell, they're gonna be there by the 33rd.
I think it would actually be faster for Forrest to get back to Logvar at this point.
There was talk about meeting up in Garnheim.
That's
Yes.
right.
Or over here. I made a mark because you were talking about meeting up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Potentially. I guess it depends what happens in Campbell.
It does.
Ooh, you could get a. I mean, you could get a lift and then go through a massive cloud that drops
There
zombie
could be
corpses
so
on you
many
and eats
things.
you.
So
Yeah.
many things could happen. Oh wait, I actually have to move the this one as well because you. This is the today movement because you're actually over there now. I just
Let me show the chat the movement.
the maps. Yeah, because I do keep track of where the various travel routes have been.
Yes. Because here's the ship in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, and the thicker
am
blue
I?
line is how they've traveled as a full party, basically.
Because I don't have vision. Like, there's not a separate marker for me, but could you?
There
put on
is,
them?
actually.
Is there?
Little
I
green
don't- I
guy.
don't have any
It's the
vision over
little Vanya token if you unhighlight the party token.
it. I don't have vision.
I don't
over
see
it.
that either. Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think
Okay,
it
hold
is.
on. Then it's on me. I'm fixed. I am the problem.
But I'm assuming it's like here.
Maybe only Rohan can see it because we're not like we haven't.
No, I
No.
can't see it either.
No,
Oh.
it's on me. I know how to fix it.
Okay.
I can fix this.
But we can't
I
fix
promise.
Tinker and Morel's big mouths.
There's no fixing that, I'm afraid.
Literally every person who gets even close to the
What about
boat
now?
finds every secret.
Yep.
I mean, at least I'm using a fake name.
Nope.
No.
You can't see it still?
No.
No, but
Wait, hold on.
it is like
Let me-
outside of the little highlighted area, so
I'm
don't have
I'm
to
doing
make
things.
Yeah, that's right. It is outside of our fog of war. Like we can't
Yeah.
see.
Oh wait, I'll fix. I know how
Could
to
just
fix.
be a
I know how to
focus.
fix. I know how to fix.
we fix.
Don't worry about it. I can fix.
Worrying.
I can fix this.
Worrying.
I can fix.
Remember when I
That's-
tried to word it like really well, but I still ended up promising a guy that I would do everything in my power to like
Yeah.
find a cure for almost an
Yeah.
impossible thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really good.
This is why you shouldn't promise things. You know?
I didn't even. I was like, I'll do what I can, and then he was like, "Thanks for fixing my problem," and I was like, "Well, I didn't
I'll
say
come
that,
to
but
this
you're leaving."
lake,
so-
river every single day for the rest of my life.
Okay. Okay, bro. I'm sorry. I won't be here for.
How about now?
I can see it.
Yeah, we can see
It's a
it.
little-
Yeah.
Hold on,
Little
let me
spot.
also just move it along the travel track.
Oh,
so you
yes.
have full
Yes,
vision.
we see it.
There we
see
go.
it all now.
Look how far I've gone.
Yay!
So that's where you are right
The
now.
waste, basically.
Amazing.
Yeah, you've legitimately traveled like.
Yeah, it's all thanks to Pat. It's all
Yeah.
thanks to Pat.
All thanks to Pat.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when we rolled that first random event for the first day of travel for Forest, the road you got to roll like, oh, you got the big loot, you found a cool rare item,
I was like, ooh,
and then
cool
you rolled a
rare
bunch
item.
of dice, and it was a saddle.
Saddle, yeah. Like, great.
Nice. and then okay, and then you just happened to meet a thing large enough to put the saddle on.
You could
Well,
say that.
You could
I'm
say
telling
that.
you, it's a tiny potato. I'm telling you, it's the smallest thing ever that grows
Oh,
when the
God.
saddle's put on it. I'm telling you now.
I don't know
No,
about that.
there's the saddle forced Roju's hand to
You
make
want-
a decision that we've been discussing for a very long time.
Mhm.
Oh God.
It was really funny. It was really funny. God. But did you have fun today, even though we did do split party?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I need to know more Pat lore. Pronto.
Pat lore?
Pronto.
We need
I
Pat?
need it. I need Pat in my life. I don't know where he's gonna stay on the ship. Probably in my cabin because I'm adopting him. Thanks. Bye.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Why is this not working? I'm trying
Oh my God. Do you think Eleanor's gonna like Pat?
Oh, absolutely.
I definitely see her like slapping him with her tentacle first, and then being like, "Oh, I guess you're okay."
Honestly, Pat is big enough to eat Eleonora.
I know that's what concerns me, but it's never put her off before. So
I don't
think
think
he's
Pat
beautiful.
would though.
No,
What
he
do
wouldn't.
No, Pat's a good
Pats
boy.
eat?
What do Pats eat?
Okay, so Pat would be a vegetarian.
Oh, that seems fine.
If it's a normal Pat.
And they're semi-aquatic as well.
Ah.
Well, we like that.
Yeah. I mean, most
I-
of this world is water so far. So
Look,
Yeah, he's
everyone's
big,
lives will be
super fine in
better
the rain.
once you meet Pat, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
Okay.
the only
Okay.
thing I can think of is that Pat is like, what are those cells? They're called like water bears.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's what I
yeah.
was.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking now.
But they don't have the brick face. They have more
Honestly,
of a
I was thinking like this sounds
Funnel
very much
face.
like a wombat. When she was like, "This is a different texture than I thought it was gonna be," you're like, "Surely it was bristly." And they kind of have that kind of face, right? I don't
What
know.
if it's an echidna?
Maybe. I mean, wombats kind of have a brick face, but
I guess
Well,
we'll find
you'll
out.
have to wait
You're gonna
and
find
find
out.
out.
All in
Yeah.
good time.
You'll have to
Gonna
wait and
find out.
Fuck
So
around
hurry
and
up
find
and get
out.
Cat.
That's what
That's
Sam is
Yuka's
doing.
motto. Yeah.
well, but Sam is just like, "Well, I guess I'm on a boat with a bunch
Every-
of like fugitives. This is fine."
I just want to say, after that first time you pointed the gun at Tinker's face, every time that I said something that baited the next firearm, I just thought, Josie could just do it. It would be so deserved. It would just happen, and I'd just open my mouth and do it.
It'd be really funny.
But then after you didn't do it the second time, I'm like, okay, all right, let's go for all six. Let's do it. Let's just do it.
I mean, the nice thing is I do have spare the dying, but I don't have spare the stupid. So
I mean, that really isn't a
That
thing.
goes on a t-shirt. I may have spare the dying, but I don't have spare the stupid. Yes, yes.
Oh, there should be like, I may have spared the dying on the front, and on the back it says, but I don't have spare the stupid.
there we go. We've made a T-shirt today,
We made a
friends.
t-shirt.
I love
Chat,
it.
would you buy that t-shirt? I'd buy that t-shirt.
I'd buy that t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what also sounds amazing? Rating someone cool.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of options.
Then I can go to bed.
You know what?
But I'm also gonna say, yes, Roju, go ahead. I don't want to speak over you. Not again.
I'll be back
He
one
only just
day.
came back.
No, I was just gonna say it would be best on a mug, I reckon.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, one of those where it says at the bottom when you finish drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or just like
No.
one of the phrases on each side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was pretty good. It was great having you back, Roju.
Oh,
And
I'm so excited about
think-
you and Pat.
no, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to jinx anything.
Patatino.
Thank you, everyone who's been here today. I hope you enjoyed. I am and have been Josie Poser, the Dungeon Mistress of this campaign, the Quintessence, the Sammantis Chronicle. I've actually practiced that phrase, so I won't fuck it up. And I've been joined by good friends who should tell us who they are and who they've been playing. And fight amongst yourselves about who goes first.
I'll go first.
You win.
Okay.
Hey.
That was a one-sided fight.
Well, I said it in the funniest voice.
That's true.
But yes, I'm Ozzy Defro. I've been playing Tinker Slobbersnout, everyone's favorite kobold, who apparently has a bounty on his head and is just too.
You should have expected this.
Definitely should have expected.
What is it, like
It's just-
5,000 gold as well?
It is 5,000 gold. Yeah.
I mean, can we just take you in and then claim it and then
let's just
pay
cash it
again?
in,
Like,
yeah.
And himself in, yeah. Who is seriously considering handing himself in to collect the
No,
5,000
we'll just make
gold.
a
move.
homunculus that looks like you and cash that in. Dead or alive, right?
Just grab any copper kobold and claim it's you.
Oh no!
Put the
he's
monocle
gonna-
squirrel on him. And
Don't take my monocle.
My identity. No, go ahead, Ozzy. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, because this is all relevant, to who Tinker is, that whole conversation. But the important takeaway is he will bite you, and you will not like him. And he totally would have been able to catch a bullet with his mouth.
Right. Very important. Yeah.
But would he catch a grenade for you?
I would like to know if he spat acid at the bullet as it was incoming. Would it melt the bullet before the bullet was able to deal damage to his mouth?
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
It's only one way to find out.
Tee it up, Sam.
Meryl just watching like, this is gonna be bad, but I can't look away.
I just want Tinker on deck with, baseball gloves, just standing ready, and Sam is laying there with the actual, anti-tank rifle.
Yeah, Tinker would go, no, use the big one. Use the, what are you, a coward? You chicken? Use the big one.
God.
Oh my
The
God.
revolver, I would give you a fighting chance. I don't know about the anti-tank rifle.
Cuddly Raptor, then.
Me,
I've decided
Cuddly
that we're gonna-
Raptor.
Cuddly Raptor.
Hold the raptor.
Well, hi, I'm Cuddly Raptor, not to be confused with my bounty hunter counterpart who has an on-again, off-again fling. Yeah, and I play Morel, who also is really bad at the whole not telling people things thing, except for apparently her name. Morel, no last names. Last names are for nerds. Thanks, that's been me.
That's been you. And last but not least, the lost son who has returned to us. It's Daddy Roju.
Hello, it's me. I'm Roju, or you might know me as Participation Award in chat. Here I play Forrest Barkley, who is a Goliath Paladin and all-around good boy.
It's true. He's an all-around good boy, and now he's got good boy Pat with him as well.
Just two good boys.
Two good boys.
It's just Vanya and the boys over
We've
there.
doubled the amount of good boys in a month.
Yeah.
This could be exponential.
This could be exponential.
It's gonna be 4 good boys
It's
next
just-
week.
Honestly, I
could have
am
a
looking
squad.
forward to see how Pat feels about being on a boat.
Hmm.
If we get to it. When do we get to it? Who knows? Who knows?
Well, he's gonna have
But
to.
do you
like
know
it.
Do you know what Cuddly knows? Cuddly knows where we're going.
I do.
Mhm.
Bye.
Well, wow.
Honestly, I love that. Thank you, Cuddly, for making my day so great.
If only we had some form of signal Cuddly could have used to take us to the
Ending soon screen.
the ending
But
screen.
now you have to look at my face while I
Yeah.
say bye.
Yeah.
I enjoy.
We're gonna go
Right, so-
now. We'll see you all next time. Have a great time.
Bye.
Say hi to Fishy
Bye,
because
everyone.
fishes.
Yeah, it's very on theme, isn't it?
On brand.
It's on fish.
It's on theme. All right, we're going. Okay, bye.
Going.